Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. It's West Ham United against Manchester United. Kickoff an hour and 5 minutes away. Lineups a few minutes away. Some changes for West Ham tonight, as you would expect after the defeat to Manchester City. The bug has disappeared. Gonzo, how is oneself?
I'm all right. I fell asleep watching the Arsenal Newcastle game. So that was no reflection on the game, just a reflection on me, really. But I'm waking up. I've got me a cup of tea and perking myself up ready for the game, mate. How about you?
Yes, I'm good. If Zuma and Sufal were fit, I'd be really excited for tonight. I'd be really looking forward to it. But without them, it's
yes. Okay. Well. So no surprises in the team. Those are not the two changes. Obviously.
I think you could guess it.
I could guess the team.
I think so.
Has he gone with a three at the back?
Well, I'm not telling you. You have to guess it.
Okay. Oh, to hell with it. He's gone with four at the back.
You're shit at this game.
He's put Tilo Kehrer at right back. He has put Bonner's in there. He's put Agurd at right centre back just to annoy us. He's playing Cresswell at left back. He's got the three amigos in the middle, and he's got Benrahma, Antonio, and Bowen as a front three.
Well, you'll find out if you're correct in a few minutes' time, won't you? Anyway, if you're joining us for the first time, hello, welcome to Hammer's Chat. Please do subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on it by clicking the thumbs up. We'll be doing a little bet giveaway. If Ben White gets booked in the next 10-15 minutes, though, we are going to do a bigger stake than usual. We're going to go big.
We're going big.
We're going to go big. But only if Ben White gets booked in the next 50 minutes.
He's got that look about him.
He time wastes a lot, Ben White. Then I seen Arsenal 1-0 up. I thought, right, time for him to time waste.
Well, earlier on in the game, the Arsenal started time wasting and Newcastle fans started booing him, which was hugely ironic because Newcastle time waste horrendously. So it was quite funny. Like, that's unsporting behaviour.
Yes, just to confirm what Alison's saying here, the under-21s did play earlier. Mubama was up front and stuff, so there's not going to be any surprises in that regard. We got beat 1-0, which was good because it meant we stayed up and Tottenham got relegated. So the under-21s relegated Spurs under-21s earlier.
Really?
Yeah, they had to beat us by 3 goals in order to jump above us in the league, which we lost 1-0, so happy days.
Well, there you go.
So we stayed up and that's Spurs relegated
and won the cup. We stayed up and won the cup. Oh, hold on a second.
That's a different age group.
All right, of course it is. Sorry, was it under 21s? You say?
Yes, I mean
we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. It was still quite prophetic. We stayed up. We won the cup. Bit like this season, eh?
Fingers crossed. Anyway, is there anyone you're hoping not to see or hoping to see start this evening, Gonzo?
That's a good one. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to see Antonio up front because I think that is going to be very key for us. I would actually hope to see Agurd not at right centre back, as I know you agree on that. And I'd like to see Areola in goal, but I don't think I will. So yeah, there you go. What about you? Who would you like not to see?
Well, Kehrer at right back.
Yeah. Okay, that's what you're getting, is it, though? You're getting Kehrer right back. Yeah.
Like Kehrer, he's not really got much option, has he? It's Kehrer or Ben Johnson.
Yes, for sure.
But the thing is, with Johnson, there's no domino effects. When you play Johnson right back, that's it. You play Kehrer right back, there's a domino effect as to what happens at the centre back. And that's why I would have went for Ben Johnson because, yes, he's been pretty poor, but all he has to do is defend. That's all. Whereas Kehrer is out of position, and you can't defend if you're out of position because you know where you're meant to be. Yes, I would have liked a change at right back, but it's difficult. It is difficult. Anyway, the lineup will be out in a few seconds. Let's have a little look and see.
Well, I've got it out early, a few seconds early. I'm not seeing any. Got to wait one more minute, haven't we?
What are you talking about?
The lineups. You said I'm going to have a little scroll and see. That's what you just said. Not going to be there yet, is it?
Yeah, well, it'll be up in like
not your little
5
secret
seconds.
Squirrel one.
No. I've already got that one. I've already typed up for Charlie. It's all done. I'm on the ball.
Yeah, I can't remember the team I just said, so I can't remember if I'll be right or wrong.
Well, would you like to know? You're correct.
Yeah, I think I would. Was I correct? My team.
Yeah, you were bang on.
Okay.
West Ham starting 11 tonight. In goal is Fabianski with a back four. Tilo Kehrer right back. Nathan Gerd right centre back. Ogbonna left centre back and Creswell left back. Declan Rice returns with a captain's armband into midfield alongside Thomas Souček and Lucas Paqueta. And we've got Said Benram on the left, Jared Bowen on the right, and Michael Antonio through the middle.
There you go. Well, clearly not surprising, was it? But I'm a bit disappointed about the Agurd thing there, has to be said. That being said, he did play on the right-hand side of defence for his country in the World Cup for a couple of games, as I remember. So it's not completely alien to him. It's just not him at his best. I think it's a little bit of a shame as well, because for a long time, we had Zuma playing out of position, didn't we? If you remember when Ogbonna got injured, it was Zuma that was playing at left centre-back. And so we've sort of been waiting for a little while, haven't we, to have the right foot on the right, left foot on the left. And it's just, seems to be a little bit cursed with that one, really. Big game for Declan today. I don't know why that popped into my head, but real opportunity for him to flex his muscles, actually. And I do think, look, man, you aren't there for the taking. Don't get me wrong, but it is a home game. We've got some things going in our favour, and I think we do need to win this one for whatever reason, be it food poisoning, a bug, or an imaginary bit of skullduggery. Then they have had a little bit of a rest, 2 or 3 of them. So the one that hasn't, that worries me maybe a little bit, would be Jared Bowen, because what did he get? 11 minutes rest in the last game.
And Paqueta has been playing.
Yes, he has.
Non-stop, really.
Fancy a big game. I said that in the breakfast show, didn't I? Fancy a big game from Paqueta today. We might see something a bit special, really.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the defence. I don't know who's playing on the right for Man United. Obviously, Creswell was there, but I think he's been better than Emerson recently, so I'm okay with that. Agurd playing on the right, I don't like it. I'm still adamant that contributed to Souček giving the ball away against Crystal Palace. It's because he's left-footed, he's turning infield and he's facing the centre of the park rather than down the wing.
Sure.
And I just think he looks uncomfortable. And I actually think we lose something. Agurd is arguably the best centre-back at playing the ball out for West Ham. And then when you move on to the right, you lose that strength that he's got in his locker. And it's just difficult. And then Kehrer, I mean, this is where I get frustrated, because he's had I think he had a good game against Man City, and he had a really good game against Arsenal. So he's in form at centre back. We moved him to right back, and if he has a poor one today, which I suspect he will, it's just any confidence and momentum he's got is hindered a little bit. I get why he's doing it, because he's got to do something with Soufal injured, but I don't know. I think I'd have preferred to have seen Johnson there, or even play 3 at the back and leave Kehrer right centre back and then move Johnson to right wing back, or do something, try something different. We talked about in the breakfast show this morning about what other managers would do. We saw it with Brighton, where they didn't have a right back. Gross is injured, Veltman's injured, so they played Caicedo there, and he continued to do the role that he asks of his other players. But it's just lack of venture, I guess. And I don't know. I just don't like it. The midfield, I'm happy with midfield. I'm happy with attack. We need a Benrahma performance. It's been a little while, been waiting for it. So we need a performance from him. But I'm pleased to see Bowen and Antonio. Pleased with Paqueta, Rice. I'm feeling okay, actually, Gonzo. I'm feeling okay with that.
Well, the centre backs are interesting, because what Agurd does is he mitigates Cresswell's lack of pace. So that's a very, very good centre back to have inside Cresswell. On the other, we've sort of got it stacked. So we've got the 2 pacey defenders on the right hand side. We've got 2 slow defenders on the left hand side now. So, but I guess that's probably where they'll come up against Rashford. So maybe that's intentional as well. Maybe that's a good thing. The Benrahma one's interesting, because it seemed for a time it didn't matter how sizzling Benrahma was, he couldn't quite grab that place in the team and make it his own. Now he's got the place in the team and he's made it his own, he seems to be able to put in some pretty mediocre performances and then not lose it. The 2 thought processes don't really match up, do they? So, it's weird. But what I would say is Moyes trusts him. I think that's the thing. Moyes trusts him now. There's
no one good enough to take his place, though. I think you can make an argument for Kane and Cornet only, but we're not seeing enough from him to justify starting, really. Does Benrahma deserve to be dropped? Probably. But does anyone on the bench today deserve to start? Not really.
No, but Fornells didn't anyway before, but he still would have the place on the left wing. Fornells wasn't doing anything on the left wing before, but he was still taking. I don't see any. I think they're both the same. I think Fornells is the same as he was last season. Ben Rama's the same as he was last season. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? But I do think Ben Rama's a better option than Fornells. Don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that. So I just think he's definitely got Moyes' trust now, Ben Rama.
Would you like to know the bench?
I would, yes, please.
The bench for West Ham this evening is Arviola as well as Annan. We've got 2 goalkeepers again. Ben Johnson's the only defender on the bench. Well, no, he's not. Emerson's there as well. We've also got Fornells, Lanzini, Downs, Kone, and Danny Ings. So we do have a full bench tonight, but we've got 2 goalkeepers again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what he does. He's a funny one. He is a funny
one.
There's
no centre back. It just frustrates me. I just think, let's just say Kedver's having a blinder at right back. Okay, let's just, I don't know who he's up against. Let's say he's up against Rashford. He's having a blinder. Bonner gets injured. Right sub. Okay, Johnson, you're on. Kerry, you go into the middle, and you're now taking somebody that's having a really good game out of the position he's in because you haven't got a centre back on the bench. It just frustrates me a little bit.
Yes, that would, yeah.
Obviously not.
No, but he wouldn't. He just wouldn't have played. He would put Johnson at centre back. He'd move Cresswell in at centre back. He'd do any number of things before he even considered playing a young player.
He's got an Ang on the bench, who's I consider a youngster. Yeah. He's not young, but he's inexperienced.
But that's the one position on that bench will never be called upon. It's the third goalkeeper. The third choice goalkeeper in this game. All right, funny. I know people will talk about Alvin Martin and people with a long memory and whatnot, but in the main, that doesn't happen. You know, in football matches, I think it's pretty safe. Hey, look, I've got a youngster on the bench. Yeah, one you'll never ever use. There you go.
Interesting choice for Man United. Let's take a look at the Man United team. I got 10 out of 11 on Patron's prediction. I've been mugged off by the attacker here. In goal is De Gea with a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Luke Shaw at centre back, and then Malacia at left back. Midfield of Eriksen and Casemiro with Rashford on the left, Fernandes in the middle, Anthony on the right, and Weghorst up front.
Yeah.
Weghorst. I'm not going to lie. He's crap. I don't mind him playing. He doesn't worry me. But it does mean Rashford's up against Kerr, and that worries me.
Yeah. It's weird because you look at that midfield, Casemiro, Eriksen, and Fernandes, really good players, aren't they? And you do see old Wout Weghorst in there, and but fun. It's basically Wout Carthorse. That's what he is. I'll tell you what, he's going to bite us on the arse now. He's going to score, isn't he? That's what's going to happen. He's going to score. Don't blame me.
Well, he put himself about. Listen, he can score if he wants. Well, I'd rather he didn't. But if he does score tonight, I'm not going to change my opinion. He's not a good striker. No. It's not going to change my opinion because he scored against our makeshift defence.
That's right.
That's not going to convince me. So I'm not worried about him at all. There's the 3 that behind him concern me. Anthony will cut in and shoot. Rashford will have room with Tito Kerr, and then Fernandes will try and distract Declan Rice, if you like, by just playing in the hole and keep Declan Rice busy in there, and he'll chop Declan Rice's ankles as well, the little rat. But that's the Man United team. Would you like to see the Man United bench?
I do love how superstitious people are. Like, we have some bearing on, because if it was that, if that
let's
worked,
put it this way then.
We could call our own players crap.
I bet say Antonio's rubbish. Never scoring tonight.
Terrible. Honestly, awful. Absolutely awful. Declan Rice going to get overrun in midfield, isn't he?
To be fair, I've said Kerr's a crap right back since day one. I'm still yet to see him play a good game, so clearly it doesn't work.
That doesn't work, yeah. Maybe I don't know how the superstition works. Maybe it only works one way. Maybe it's only when you call an opposition player crap, but not. I don't know how it works.
Well, in that case, De Gea's fantastic and never makes major errors.
Yeah, it's all getting very confusing, you superstitious lot.
The bench for Man United this evening, it's quite a good bench. They've got Butland as well as Dalot, Maguire, Williams, Fred, Sabitzer, Garnacho, Martial, and Sancho.
Yes. Yeah, they've got some players, haven't they? Got some players.
They've got a few decent ones on there.
Yeah, I was about to call another. Let's be fair, we've called a lot of them decent. I was about to call another one of them crap, actually. But we'll leave that just in case. I like that Garnacho, though. He's good, isn't he?
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, that's just it. Kerr's going to get battered by Rashford, then Garnacho's going to come on and have a pot at him as well.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. We might be doing our player ratings in the morning. You talk about Kerr as man of the match again.
No,
no, it's not going to happen.
I've got no confidence. To do that, he'd have to really change the way he plays as a right back, and I hope he has. I hope suddenly he's got positional awareness and discipline at right back. There was plenty of games for he had enough games at right back to sort that out, and he didn't, and it cost us time and time again. And we didn't fix the problem. Well, we did by taking him out of right back rather than get him better at playing that position. We just removed him rather than fixed him. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bet, and if this bet wins, one of you guys are going to get their cash. Gonzo, what are you fancying for it?
Did White get the card?
No, not yet.
No. What am I fancying? I do think we're I feel a little bit positive for this game, Gio. I think I'm feeling a bit positive today.
All right, so what you wanting to put in here then?
Maybe it was like drinking last night, but I am feeling a little bit positive. Maybe I'm just ill.
So West Ham to win? It's good
West
odds.
West Ham to win.
Right, let me do Kerr booking. This is going to be a juicy one.
Bowen scores a goal today.
Okay, let me just check something. Let me have a little look.
There you go.
Yeah. Right, Jared Bowen to score a goal. Let's have a little look. 5 smackaroonies on that. 230 quid if this bet wins. West Ham to win the game. Jared Bowen to score a goal. Tilo Kerr to get booked. That 3 things happen. One of you win 230 quid. To enter in the live chat, please put the following phrase.
In fact, this is one for you superstitious lot. You're going to have to own it now, so because otherwise, if it goes wrong, it's all on me. It's not on me. You're typing it. Valt's cart horse is crap.
There you go.
Said it.
There you go.
So if he scores, it's your fault.
I'm not repeating it, but someone will get that in. I'll click on it, and then you can read what's on the screen and just copy it. And there you go. There you go. If you get that phrase into
quick, James. He types quick.
He's probably already typed out. He probably saw it coming.
He probably does, yes.
Get that phrase into the live chat, and if that bet wins, one of you win 230 quid. Quite a good bet,
and if he scores, it's all your fault.
And excuse me, Lucas, I think you'll find last week I was saying to Charlie, he's a crap right back. I just think he's a good centre back.
Yes, that's right.
I think he played really well centre back last week. So as far as I'm concerned, I win. And the poll is now live in the live chat. Please enter your thoughts. 4 options to pick from. Please select the one that reflects your opinion on West Ham's starting 11 tonight. I think most people will be okay with it. I don't think there's much else you could have done, in all honesty.
No.
Forced a little bit with no fouls. So,
and as you mentioned, I've been wanting to play it right back for quite some time, haven't I, Gio? Got evidence and everything, haven't you?
We do. Anyway, Gonzo, you've seen the teams. Are you still feeling positive?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. As I say, I think I might just have a really bad hang. I might probably still drunk from last night, really. So, yeah, I think that might be it. That probably plays some part in the proceedings. But I was feeling positive when we did the preview, wasn't I? So
you felt positive after we got beat by Man City for some reason.
I did. I'm just saying that maybe just a jolly mood at the moment.
I don't know. You've seen something I did against Man City anyway.
I don't know. I'm just deluded. I think it's driven me. It's driven me delirious, really, the season, actually.
And Moyes.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. I don't think it's been so much of a. It's not really been a roller coaster, actually. It's been roller coaster indicates there's been lots of ups and lots of downs. It's basically we've had a little up, haven't we? And that, but it's mostly been down. So that's not a roller coaster, it's just like a hill. So I don't think I can deal with any more undulations. So I think I'm just trying to keep it positive because we won't know the full extent of the league until tomorrow when the games. The Bank Holiday Monday games are finished playing. It's only then that we'll be able to look at the league table and find our truly reflective position, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Dan, I don't mind talking about my shirt. It's my out shirt. I was out for a few drinks this afternoon, so I wore my out shirt. Right? There you go. Exactly. It looks like a Scotland top. Scotland used to have a shirt like this.
It looks like like an umpire from the wrestling.
It's okay what you say. I'm still wearing it. I like it. So yes. Mancunian said, I think being on the wrong end of a what's that? Shellacking?
Yes, shellacking. Yes.
What's that?
Well, like a whooping.
It's not a word I've never heard before.
Yes, it's
more than likely than us getting a point. Just hoping. I despise this lot. Truly, I hate Man United. I hate Man United with a passion.
Is that your word? Is that you dislike most?
Them in Tottenham, they're up there with Tottenham for me. It's a personal thing because when I went to school, everybody was a Man United fan. They were like the original plastics, weren't they? They are. Yeah. When I went to school,
so I'm sure they must have been. Yeah, they would have been, wouldn't they? Yeah.
When I went, well, they might have been before that, but I wasn't born, was I? So when I went to school, everyone was
Liverpool were your plastic team before that. So winning everything in the 70s and 80s, basically.
Kids were just a bunch of glory hunting bastards. A lot of them. The worst thing is, by the time I got to like 10 years old, I'd been to Old Trafford like 3 times, and none of the fuckers had been yet. And one guy went in the summer holidays and came back bragging he was at Old Trafford. And I was like, what game did you go see? He said, I went for a tour. I thought, I don't fucking count, mate. What's you on about? That's like going to Germany and coming back and saying I fought in World War II. There's fucking nothing happened when you were there. You don't count.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's worse now, of course, because at least I guess if you were, in London and you decide to become a Liverpool supporter back in the day, you would have a chance of seeing Liverpool, I guess, at some point, or you chose Man United at some point. You probably wouldn't go. But just see the kids in the park now, Paris Saint-Germain shirts on and stuff like that. I mean, you're just never going to see a game. What's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point? Go and support your local team, I'm going to say.
Tommy said, me and you talk so much rubbish. I mean, he's not wrong. But while you're here, Tommy, could you like the video, please?
Yeah. He immediately gone full capitals with the honesty. I'm surprised he didn't do a fact at the end of it.
He's not wrong.
I know.
None of us are claiming we don't talk rubbish. To be fair, we just quite enjoy it. Anyway, get your thoughts into the live chat about the West Ham team, the Man United.
I wonder if he did the bet. What if he did the bet?
Tommy.
No, I know he's not now, but I would find out an interesting dynamic if he had done the bet and then he insulted us as well.
Yeah, possibly. It was Cornet, Lewis. Cornet was missing from training on Friday, but he's on the bench. So he's obviously got over the old sickness thing. But Cornet was definitely one of the ones that was feeling ill later on in the week. Let's put it that way.
If his fitness levels are down, that's the trouble, Gio. Can't fight off. He's not been doing much running round.
I bet you Moyes was like, "Oh, Maxwell, I was going to start you this week, but because you're ill,
oh damn it!
Sorry, Max, I'm going to have to go with Saeed today. Sorry about that one. Right, let's see what you're all saying. Cyclops, what are you giggling at?
Old Trollovich is back.
Oh, I see him. Liverpool were the plastics when he was at school, but he still hates Man U. Feel a bit guilty because his brother supports them, and he took me to my first.
Can I answer, Tommy?
He's asking if you've ever played the game.
No, I managed to go all the way through school, Tommy, and never went to a single PE lesson. Never played it, matey, at all. Even when I walked down the garden, I actually intentionally step over my son's football. No, never played the game at all. Wouldn't even recognise a football if I saw one.
There we go. Nick says, personally, I would have rested Paqueta ready for Thursday and possibly Bowen too. This game is going to be a runaround and will be fucked on Thursday. Jack said, I love the chat. Not much to laugh at, but World War II joke was funny. Had to like after that. Oh, if anyone else liked it, please drop a like on the video. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't have any
do a laughy emoji if you can.
I've never. It's my only World War II joke. Don't have any more. Not convinced by Malacia or Lindelof, so hopefully there's joy to be had in both channels for Bowen and Antonio. Benrahma needs to step up and get in behind rather than demanding the ball to feet. Is too boring. To be fair, he's up against Wan-Bissaka. In all honesty, I wouldn't bother passing to Benrahma today.
He's so good one-on-one, isn't he?
Yeah, defensively, he's really, really good. Mancunian says best at schools when we stopped Man U winning the league and handed it to Blackburn. My best day at school is when we beat them with the Di Canio goal in the FA Cup.
Or the Man U.
Yeah.
With the Bartes.
Yeah, because I could just go into school the next day, just like.
I used to love the t-shirts. With Bartes, this t-shirt said "Stay." They all printed up. Next home day,
I had it on my
staying on side. They also and it had him doing like the Saturday John Travolta and his arm up, and it was Fabian Bartes. Sing "Staying on Side." Yeah.
I had the image on my. Do you know when you got your jotters home from school? You were encouraged to have a cover on it, weren't you?
Your what?
Your jotters.
What's a jotter?
A notebook. Jotter.
Oh. Okay.
So when you took it home, you got encouraged to put a cover on it so the teacher could see who's.
Yes.
So I had that picture on quite a few of my jotters.
Nice.
So I sit there in French, like
jotter.
Who are you, bunch of plastics?
Yeah. Yeah, we did have to wrap out. Exercise book.
A jotter. Google it. It's called. I bet you Google jotter.
Has it got what? Like the ring binder? That?
No. It's just staple back.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. So sometimes it's line, sometimes it's grid.
Yeah.
Jotter.
Exercise book.
Jotter. Leo says, "Come on, boys. I'm not confident for this game, but would love a result to shut up those Man United fans."
Quite right. How's your Achilles? I hope it's doing all right, mate.
Paul says this bloody lineup has to come good for one game this season. Surely, everyone's swearing today.
Oh. I think we started it. I think we started it first.
I wouldn't swear. You've not heard a peep out of me.
You swore earlier. You've sworn in this video.
Have I fuck?
Absolutely.
Hammer Boy 8 says, disappointed that Johnson isn't starting. He has to play it. Moyes is just killing him now. Lewis says, I don't know what to expect at the minute. Their team is weaker than usual, but I don't have faith we'll take advantage of it. Everyone's now just having a pop at Tommy, really. Let me just try and...
Well, it's a show, couldn't happen to a nicer fella, quite frankly.
Lewis says that FA Cup game at Old Trafford was absolute magic. We never beat Man U back then, especially the way it's his favourite child. It's one of mine as well. It's a jotter. Celtic Hammer gets it.
Hold on, but he's a Celt as well.
Doesn't.
No, I know he's not actually, but it just maybe it's got to be a see, Malik doesn't. It's an exercise book. Jotters in Derbyshire. Maybe the further north you go.
There you go. That's a jotter. That's it. A jotter. Joe's just joined Patreon. He said, loving it already. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much indeed.
Massively appreciate it. Paul said he called it a jotter as well. Paul's from Edinburgh. So
it might be Scottish. Mind you, Edinburgh. Fairly Scotland. Really,
you're coming from Derby. He called it as well.
I know. That's a joke, obviously. I do know.
Sean says this is good when we're both half cut. I'm trying. The worst thing is you try and pretend you're sober. That's the worst bit about it. You're just like, I'm not had a drink, me, and then I think it makes it more obvious. Now, has Ben White been booked yet? I think this chat would tell me if they have.
Is Leith?
Fucking
is Leith in Edinburgh?
Yeah. Yes.
Granton Docks. Is that right?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Has it not occurred to you why the Hibs fans sing "Sunshine on Leith"? Yeah.
I believe it or not, I haven't got an encyclopedic knowledge of the Hibs fan songs. Funny enough, what do you call an encyclopedia in Scotland, by the way?
Just encyclopedias. Oh, okay. Big books. Book of facts.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Dean says, I have the same conversation with Man United fans now as an adult. I ask how many times they've been, and they haven't, ever. I've been there 8 times as an away supporter. Plastic wankers. Mercedes said, I always remember the famous Moyes quote, winning is what I do. We Moyes, let's win them next 7 games, and I shall take back everything I said about you.
Quite right, yeah, quite right. So I do think that about with kids and when they're parents, and just have a little think about it, because one day they might want to go to the football, and if you have, if you live down south and they're supporting Newcastle or Liverpool or Man U, just think, come on, give the kids a chance to go to the game. As I say, support. Wish more people would support their local team, really.
Yeah. Nick says, remember the song to the tune of Amore when the ball hits the back of the net? It's Di Canio.
Well, actually, La Donna Mobile. I remember that. La Donna, Paolo Di Canio, that one.
Yeah. To be fair, I can get Man U tickets isn't as easy as getting West Ham ones. I would disagree. I ended up going to a Man United game. Someone's birthday. We went out in Aberdeen for someone's birthday. We ended up in Manchester the next day. And back then, like, phones weren't as good as they are today. So by the time we were in Manchester, everyone's phone had died, and we just thought, oh, fuck it. So people were worried as where we were, because we went out Saturday afternoon, Sunday night, we still weren't home. No one, so they're ringing each other's like parents and partners, like, have you heard from them? No. It's like, okay, so they've all gone out and no one's heard from any of them. So we rocked back up on the Monday anyway. We went to a Man United game, can't remember who they played.
I meant to have a massive old waiting list, haven't they? Though, Man U.
Yeah.
I think so.
Anyway, let's get your thoughts in about the football, please. We're not really chatting about the football tonight. It always happens when we're not expecting
this is it
to win, and that's never a good thing.
No, but we might. I honestly, I don't know why I've predicted so many losses this season. I'm not even predicting a winner. I think I don't know. I'm holding out for a draw. I think we might be able to draw this game. I really do. I think I haven't got the heart to you know, like when we go behind early. Actually, we do all right, don't we? Sometimes when we go behind early, we tend to come back at them. Maybe I don't know. I just sick of seeing us lose, mate. You know what I mean? I really want us to get this over the line, get it done. What would Leeds' result yesterday? Get it done, and then just focus on the European campaign. I think that would be brilliant.
It's hard to get fully excited for the European game when this relegation thing's still lingering. So even if we get a point today, I'll be able to just get really excited for Thursday night and the following Thursday as well. But until then, it's difficult. The one good thing is Danny, let me put the bench on the screen for you. There you go. There's the bench. I'm not going to read it out. You can read it, hopefully.
On the bottom there, mate.
Man United fans aren't confident for this one. They are a little bit iffy about it. To conclude what Beth was saying, they're crap in the second half. So if we can get to half time and it's a draw, we've got a chance in the second half. And they can't score goals at the minute. They're really struggling to, bar Rashford, nobody's really putting the ball in the back of the net on a regular basis. I mean, look at their striker. How many goals has he got for them? 2, I think. I don't even joined in January, but when Bruno Fernandes is supplying you, it's not really good enough. So we've got a chance. We've got a chance now. I'm more optimistic. Like I said, if we had Sufal and Zuma in the team, I'd be quite confident actually, Gons. I'd really fancy it.
Yeah.
Even just one of them, actually, even just Sufal, so Kerr could go centre back and that's that sorted, or Zuma was there just to balance out the centre back situation. But without both of them, that's what's getting me down a little bit. It's put a ceiling on my excitement for the game, but I don't think we're going to get battered anyway. I think if we lose, it'll be by a goal at the most. So we've got a good chance.
Yeah. I believe so. I mean, Zuma is a big loss to us, and that's the thing. Give Moyes plenty of stick, but how often has he been able to play his first choice centre back pairing? Not very often. And look, I mean, to be fair, he's not on his own. He won't have his first choice defence out. Ten Hag won't have his first choice defence out today. So it's not just West Ham that have to deal with it, but not many times. And he looked sensational recently, Zuma, for us. Looked really good playing back at that right-sided centre-back. Looked so good.
Jordan says Antonio should have the better of Lindelof and Shaw. I think our success will be decided on his performance. I think that's applicable to every game now. If Antonio don't turn up, I think we could be buggered, really. Jones says, with our back line tonight, it's not good news. Rashford will murder us. I'm going to do a bonus bet, actually. GP says, can we laugh at some more kids' pictures or Charlie? Well, I can't do the first one, but what we can do is...
Sorry. Can we just quantify? Can we just quantify what GP means by laughing at kids' pictures? He means drawings done by children of Premier League footballers, not as that might read. Let's just clarify that.
Yeah, you justify it how you want, mate. You can do whatever you want. That's fine.
Anyway, Bevo, how are you?
Thank you, sir. I'm all right. How are you? I'm good.
Have you got it with you?
I do. It's over there. Do you want me to grab it?
Yeah, I'll tell the story.
You tell the story. Let me grab it. Hang on a second.
Right. Before we do that, if this bet wins, someone's going to get 850 quid. If Kerr gets the first card of the game and Antonio scores the first goal of the game, someone's getting 850 quid. You don't even have to enter it. You're already entered if you've commented.
Not Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy's not getting it. No. So basically, I wanted to get Charlie a little shirt to say thank you for his efforts this season. And Charlie has a can I say man crush? Is that fair?
Oh yeah, he's big. Yeah, he's one of the. I categorize him as the streets won't forget type players. You know.
There you go. And who's this said player?
Morgan Amalfitano.
So there you go. So I thought, right, I come across a shirt and signed by Morgan Amalfitano. I thought, well, I'll get that for Charlie. Some twat here did not do his research properly to this shirt. It was quite cheap, actually. I purchased it, and when it arrived, I realised why it was quite cheap, because it was hand signed to someone. So basically, man, Charlie. I said to Charlie, you're now called Bevo.
So we have the Betway kit with Morgan Amalfitano on the back, and I don't know quite if you can see it there. The signature. It reads. To Bevo, happy 21st, Morgan Amalfitano.
But to be fair, Gio, that wasn't. You couldn't see that on the picture, could you?
The last picture you can, but there was like 8 pictures, so I checked the first like 6, and I was like, "Yeah, it's legit. The shirt's legit." Blah blah blah. I'll get a bit of that for Charlie. So Charlie's now called Bevo.
Everyone can just call me Bevo from now on. I am now Bevo.
You got the results of the poll, Bevo?
Yeah, we can. We asked you how you felt about the starting 11. 3% of you were fuming. 3% of you said you were not very happy. 9% were very
Tommy,
happy.
innit? He's fucking jeopardizing the poll and everything.
9% were very happy. 14% said it's poor, and 71% said, yeah, it's right. Yeah, it's right. Which is fair enough.
You ever played the game, Bevo? Ever played the game at all?
Only up Hackney Marshes at the weekend, you know.
Where are you Bevo stated?
Oh, nice.
No, it's good. It's good.
Nice.
It's good. I do enjoy that. It's only because I don't drink, and it's like one of the few defining things I have about me is not drinking, and now I am Bevo. It's me.
He loves it. He loves it.
That's like getting Gonzo's shirt that says "To a baller."
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah.
Someone that's never played the game getting a shirt about your skills. Just the Samba master.
So get the Bebs in, lads. I'm here. I'm ready for him. You know.
He's on the prime. He's on the prime, isn't you? Is that still class of bevy? You can afford it.
Probably. There's a corner shop near me that sells it. I've not gone in to check how much it is because I just
it's like 12 quid or something. Yeah.
Mad in it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
crazy.
thank you. So thank you for all the birthday wishes, everyone. Appreciate it.
I should do more research on Bevo buying things on the internet. That's now Bevo. We've renamed Charlie. Charlie's now called Bevo just so that the shirt actually works for him. And because I'm pretty tight, he's not getting another fucking shirt. He's going to just put up with that one.
I don't want another one. I'm Bevo. I've not only that, I've gone down in years. I've gone backwards in aging, so that's the result. And I'm now Bevo, which sounds infinitely more interesting than Charlie. So I've come out tops here. I'm happy with my situation.
Yeah, I'd say you should be. I like it. Hopefully it sticks.
David's fed up a Bevo chat and wants to know how many points is safe. 2. 1 maybe, but 2, I think.
I think we're safe already, to be honest with you. But 1 point would make me 100% confident.
Yeah, I'm not 100% confident. Someone actually said to me last night, and he said, "Oh, because West Ham are safe now, aren't they?" I said, "Whoa!"
Depends on tomorrow more than tonight in a weird way, doesn't it? If we lose tonight and they all lose tomorrow, arguably we've got closer to safety because we're now all 1 game closer to the 38 mark.
I think you just look at the teams below us and how many teams have to get more points than they're capable of getting to even take over us.
5 points, yeah.
It's just not realistic, especially with our goal. It's just not realistic. That's why I'm almost 100% confident now. I'm not 100% confident now, but give me 1 more point this season. I'm fine with it. Especially if we get draws against Leicester and Leeds, then like
it's not his fucking
you're half
birthday.
right, Susan. It's happy birthday, Bevo, who is very grateful for
it's
the
not even his birthday.
That's brilliant.
His birthday's in December.
Yeah.
Gio, you're about to make the money back you spent on the Amalfitano shirt at this rate.
I paid more than that, I'll probably. Fucking hell.
Well, I can imagine.
Wasn't
It's
that
Morgan Amalfitano, I would
No,
suspect
she's
so. but-
lovely, Susan. She's nice.
Thank you, Susan.
Do you know what I thought, though? That guy must have thought, fucking hell, get in. I found someone called Bevel to buy my shirt. What's the fucking chance of that? I found another Bevel.
It was just the way Gio rang me, and he goes, he starts explaining it to me, and it just goes, there is a problem. Just reads out the flipping signature to me, and I was like, and he goes, "Do you still want it?" I was like, "Yes, I still want it." That's some prime Charlie Walsh nonsense here. I'm here for it.
I don't know what I'd do with it. If you didn't want it, I don't know what I'd do with it. Just see if anyone with Bevel in the chat ever appears. I'll say, mate, I've got something for you.
You specifically, no one else. I have a signed shirt for you, Bevo.
Someone will be in the chat next week called Tommy Bevo. I'll say, fuck off, mate. I know who you are.
Yeah.
To be fair, someone in the chat rocks up called Bevo. He's probably the one who sold it to you, to be fair.
Well, just rocks up. Someone stole my birthday present. And sold it.
So anyway,
can't wear it, Charlie.
I decided instead of getting a different shirt for Charlie, it was just easier just to rename him.
Yeah, and again, I'm here for it. I've got a more interesting name, and I've de-aged.
Yes. But if he does turn up, and the guy that's had his shirt stolen, and he turns around and says, "I'm Bevo," you can say, "So am I."
No one can claim otherwise.
Oh, yeah,
I'm well known for my love of beverages.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, sir.
So I've been on the internet, and everyone knows me as Bevo.
Ask the Hammers chat, mate. They'll back me up that I am Bevo.
I know.
We'll sell it back to him.
Yeah. I've 2 birthdays a year.
Let's negotiate.
You're taking my identity here. We have to factor that into the remuneration here. So at least 200 we're talking, you know.
Yeah. Hey, identity, identity. You could probably identify as a Bevo. We probably all can.
I am Bevo. Why is everyone doubting this? I am Bevo.
You are, of course you are. I know. I'm not doubting it at all.
Thank you. Good.
And it's a very gender neutral name as well. It's very 2023.
I'm Bevo.
Well, we got Beverly, or what's the male?
Bevo, probably.
Bevo, just Bevo. Yeah.
Beavis.
What, like I'm Butthead?
Beavis. Sounds a bit like Beaver, though, doesn't it? Which should be... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Don't talk about that.
Well, that's not very gender neutral of you, is it?
I don't know. I don't want to get myself into any trouble, really.
Anyway, right, we're going to have to...
I've never played that game either.
me and Gonzo are going to have to go in a minute. Before we do, it's time to get your score predictions in. Everyone, fill up the live chat. Let's see what you're all saying with your score predictions. Gonzo, in the preview, you said 2-1 West Ham. Are you sticking?
No, I didn't. I said 1-1.
You didn't.
I bloody did. I said 1-1.
All right, no need to swear. Calm down. What are you getting for?
I know. What have I been like? I can't have been swearing on video.
Tommy's living rent-free in that head of yours over there. He's rattled you.
Well, Bevo is, to be fair, not Tommy.
He's absolutely rattled you.
Oh, yeah.
Ed said we're like the Spice Girls, but uglier.
Take that. Sporty Spice claims.
That's very kind. Very kind of you.
What Spice Girl would we all be?
Well, I'm not Sporty Spice because I've never played the game.
Charlie's now baby because he's 21.
Yeah. Yes, it is Baby Spice. But you're Posh Spice with a shirt on.
It's not posh.
Oh, come on.
I appreciate this is a comparison no one else will know, but Gio, that's the exact same pattern my nan had as a tablecloth in like 2005.
Fucking leave it out.
I appreciate no one else has seen that.
I promise you, I'll tell you what it is. That is exact. If you were to hold up, I've got some oven gloves there. If you were to hold up my oven gloves in front of him,
yeah.
You wouldn't see it. It'd be like a chameleon in front of him. I think I'm nice.
Fucking brilliant.
He's created an account just to do the joke. I like it.
That was fucking quick. Right.
Yeah, top marks.
That was fucking quick. Fair play. Right, Tommy Bevo, if you can type your email address, Charlie, grab it. We're going to send you a packet of beer mats. We like to reward people now and again on here. That was fucking good. Lewis says you're called Bevo Spice. Anyway, 2-1 says Arthur, 1-1 says Femer, 2-1 West Ham says 1999. Mark says 3-1 West Ham. Chris is going for 2-1 West Ham. Joe is going to all. 2-0 West Ham says Paul. 2-1 West Ham says Wayne. Kerr's going to get sent off. He also predicts 2-2 says Davin, while Stephen's going 2-1. Stevie says, I'm Jotter Spice. Glenn says 2-1. Suchek with another header. Scott's going 2-2, while Oscar's going 1-1. Leon is 2-2, and Glenn is 2-1 as well. 3-2 says Owl, while Nias Nihilist it says 2-1. God is 2-0, but Hammerboy 08 is 1-0. Brian's 2-1.
Did you say God said 2-0?
Yeah, God here. Look,
Wow. Wow. Thank you.
He's here. He's everywhere.
I know, if you wouldn't mind. Subscribing, that'd be lovely.
Malik says 2-1 as well. 2-1 says Nick. 2-1 is by far the most popular scoreline. The Wrestling Channel, Charlie, sort them out. They're saying 3-0, man.
Hey, you're dressed for the Wrestling Channel, Gio, with your umpire's shirt on.
Umpire is an interesting. Umpire.
What are they called? And one's go 1, 2, 3. Referees. All right.
Are you spanking chicken again?
Hey, if only.
Shout out Patrice. What guy?
Ado says it's a good pre-match banter with
Play-Doh. I like it. He's done it. He had to say it. Ado like Play-Doh. I like it.
I told you. I said this to Ado the other day when he commented. It was a couple of games ago now. I was like, "Thank you," because I'm usually struggling. The fact it's just spelled out in front of me makes it idiot.
Ado like Play-Doh. Yes.
Yeah, it's like my uncle. I told the story before, but I'll tell it one more time before we go. When I was born, my mum said his name's Gio. My uncle, my mum's brother, said, "Oh, Gio." I said, "Yeah, Gio." And he goes, "Gio." And she said, "Yeah." So he wrote a card to Gio, and it's spelled fucking go. So even when you read it out, it doesn't always work. So he wrote go thinking Gio, sorted. Anyway, the live chat's confident. Charlie, what are you saying?
Yeah, man, I'm definitely confident. 3-1 Man United. I don't know where we're going to get a goal from, but 3-1 Man United. So it's a bit, I'm glad to see that despite all the illnesses and everything else, David Moyes hasn't lost his sense of humour. Do you know what I mean? Carrot, right back. What a time to be alive. Let's go, boys. Up against Marcus Rashford.
I'm not going to argue with you about that.
I know. And listen, when you came on at half time, I said he played well in the first half. Did decide in the second half to make a really stupid error to give him a goal. But apart from that, first half, I thought he played well. And overall, I think his game was good. But at right back, it's just truly wild. That's just truly a crazy thing. Especially when you've got a right back on the bench. Just play him. I don't get what the idea is. I don't get it. I understand people might say, well, he's not playing very well. How's he going to get better if he's not playing? He's going to play him at centre back. He'll play him at left back, but he won't play him at right back, which is the one position he's actually playing.
I do agree with that because like a Gerd is. I consider a Gerd now technically out of position. So arguably we've got two players out of position now. Whereas we didn't need to do that. A Gerd could have been in his best position. Kera could have been in his best position, and Ben Johnson could have been in what should be his best position. But instead, we've got two players not there. The good thing is, pardon me, is Weghorst is up front. That's still a positive for us tonight. He's fucking terrible. So, anyway, should we get ready to? Well, I'll just click on this, Scott. We don't have the channel membership because we've got Patreon. We can't do both. We can't ask people to join Patreon and subscribe to channel membership. I appreciate there's some perks such as stickers and whatever, but we'd rather people just join Patreon. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat. Links in the description, and you get extra content over there.
I think YouTube take half the money for membership.
Yeah, YouTube take 40% of stuff like that. It's a big fee.
We'd rather give you extra videos than a pretend sticker. We can't even see the stickers, by the way. It's like you buy them, you pay for the sticker, which only you can see. It's crazy. Anyway, again.
They treat us like a chicken. That's all. YouTube do. Yeah, spank us. The bet phrase is.
Valt's cart horses crap.
Yeah. So the bet is West Ham to win, Bowen to score, and Tilo Kehrer to get booked. And how much was it? 230 quid?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
230 quid. Anyway, here you go. I'll click on that. You can read it. Before me and Gonzo disappear, don't go anywhere. Charlie's right here until full time. I'll be back at half time for a little chinwag with Charlie about the opening 45. Please do drop a like on the video by clicking thumbs up, subscribing to Hammers Chat. Charlie, my friend, it's over to you.
Thank you, Gio. Thank you, Gonzo. It is Bevo. How are you all? Thank you, everyone, for joining. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all good. It's West Ham versus Manchester United. It's an exciting old time in the Premier League today, and a game which could see us potentially confirm our safety, or or maybe not. We'll see. It's a tough task ahead of us, a tall task, some would say. And it's a big, big game. But we'll start off by asking you how confident you are, because on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible, where are you at? Where are you vibing? Let me know. And while you do that, let's go through the teams with a little bit more detail. I have just opened up Explorer by accident. We just need to do, there we go. That's all I needed to do. I didn't need that open. There we go. Because West Ham make a couple of changes. Illnesses have subsided, and we have a fairly large team. It's Fabianski in goal, with Kera, Ogbonna, Aged, and Cresswell in defence in a back four. Rice, Souček, and Paqueta in midfield, with Ben Rama on one side, Jared Bowen on the other, and Mikel Antonio up front. Areola, Anang, Johnson, Fornals, Lanzini, Downs, Cornet, Ings, and Emerson are on the bench. Looking at it realistically, like it's not a bad team. There aren't many options at this point in the season. He's gone with the ones that are most informed by and large. Even then, again, like Kera is probably more informed than Johnson, you would argue, minorly, I guess, but you're playing him out of position, so what does that matter? Ben Rama, I don't think is informed, but the options you have to replace him aren't either. I probably would have gone with Fornals, maybe Cornet, but it is what it is. I mean, that's a decent team. It's the team that's arguably, barring a couple of changes here, has got us the points that we've needed and has shown the most amount of promise in that late stages of the season. So it's not really one to complain about. I think it's all right. Like I said, I think you can have some minor quibbles about it. But in general, it's basically all right. And it's good to see the illness people back. Good to see Rice back. Should help us out massively. Let's have a look at some of these score predictions, though. 2, 5, 4, 3, 4, 1, 5, 8, 3 or 4, 4. How you doing, Bevo? I'm doing all right, Explain. How are you? 4 minus 10, 2 minus 1, 5, 3, I almost put that person in timeout. 3, 6, 7, 8. A sunny Sunday 69. It has got very hot out of nowhere, Dan. I've noticed this. It has got very hot. I went for a walk earlier, and I didn't like it. It's very warm. Not for me. 7, 3, 5, 3. It's kind of quite a large spread. You do have some sort of you got the middle people here, like so Arthur, for example, with a 5. Daz is slightly above that in a 6, but then you had John with a 3. It's quite a large spread. There isn't any overriding trends. Probably slightly less confident. Than confident, I would guess, but in general, probably where we would expect to be, right? Because again, this is a very strong Man United team. They aren't in the chase for the title, but you look at that lineup. I mean, you've got De Gea in goal, you've got a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Shaw, and Malacia. A little bit awkward, a little bit makeshift, but it's working for them. You've got a midfield three of Casemiro, Eriksen, and Fernandes, with Rashford on one side, Antony on the other, and Wout Weghorst up front. That's a very good team, and their bench isn't exactly weak either. You're talking Jack Butland, Dalot, Maguire, Williams, Fred, Sabitzer, Garnacho, Martial, Sancho. I mean, that's a team that's full of a heck of a lot of ability, and it would be foolish of us after Manchester City and with the illnesses and with the tiredness to think that we can just rock up and smack them like there's no tomorrow, rock up with maximum confidence. So I think the confidence levels are about where I would be as well, ish, I guess. Not super confident, but certainly something there, a little bit something there. Thank you, Seuss. Thank you. What's your thoughts on Fonseca being the new manager? I suspect we'll get into it a lot over the summer, given what's happening. But yeah, sure. I don't have particularly strong feelings on Fonseca personally at this point. I need to go and have a look a bit more at what he's done since he was last linked to us. Back when he was linked to us the first time around, I was pretty positive on it. I'm sure though over the summer we're going to go. We're going to go big into it. Stu saying 7. You'll have to see it. Close for you, not yesterday. Almost happened at the end. How did your coronation go yesterday? Yeah, a bit of rain, but what can you do? 5 says Brian Clark. Why did you and Gonzo leave Ask Funky Pigeon? Love your website, by the way. It's because neither of them want to do the watch. That's why I do it, because I really want to do it. And they obviously want to go and start turning on the TV and making a cup of tea and doing all that sort of stuff. So that's why they head off. I come in, give them that time to relieve them to go and do that stuff. And then that's why Gio comes at half time, because he can let me go toilet and stuff. We can have a little conversation. And then he obviously goes to watch the second half and stuff. And I didn't watch long. That's fine. And again, love your work. 4 says European B.O.B. I don't know why I didn't read it as Bob. I read it as B.O.B. like it's an Outcast song. Betty in front of Cresswell, it's a disaster you're about to have. It's scary. It's a scary idea. Look, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping Ben Rama comes out because I don't think he's been good enough recently to get in the team. But I think he is a little bit lucky because no one else has been either to sort of displace him, I guess. But I don't think he has been good enough. So I'm hoping today we see a big performance from him because he's going to need to. He's going to need to because it's going to be a difficult day at the office. It's going to be a difficult day at the office for us, I suspect. I did not watch. Thank you for using my actual name. I did not watch it yet. I'm going to watch it later on this evening. I was busy last night, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. I've heard very good things about quite a lot of it, to be fair. So I'm quite looking forward to watching it, especially the Bad Bunny match. That seems fun. And I've heard one word get said a lot about it that begins with C. So I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it, but begins with C and it ends in O. That I've heard mentioned about it, which makes me even more excited. But yeah, we'll see. I'm sure Moyes will still be a manager. I'm kind of at that stage as well, Slim Face. Well, I think if we win the Europa Conference League, he definitely will be. But again, it's conversations for a later time. 1 bell per goal. This is something I should address. There are no bells today. Like I said, I went shopping earlier and I couldn't find a single one. Went to a second shop, couldn't find a single one. We also don't have oranges. There is one. I don't know what to do. There is a circular food in the house, and that's a donut, but that seems quite big to just, so we'll maybe cross that bridge when it comes to it. Thank you, Fudging Bitch. Thank you. But yeah, no bells today is a problem. Is a little bit of a problem. A lot of bells. Just a lot. Just a lot. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Steve knows the vibe. But yeah, listen, you got to flow with go with the flow. So I think we've got our match day stuff down. I think we've got our match day flow down. Me and G were talking about it a couple of nights ago. I think we've got it on point now. We know exactly what we're doing. We know the flow of the show. We know how it goes. It works out. Let's do a quick sub bingo. With a couple of minutes before kickoff and also before. We get those final score predictions. Let's do sub bingo. Sub bingo is, of course, the game where we predict where David Moyes will make his first substitution. You don't have to give me the player, although they are running across the bottom of your screen right now. If you want to add a little bit of sauce to your guess, we're just looking for the minute, and I'm going solidly for 69 as per usual. You know how it goes, and I'm going to say Ben Rama for am I? No, I'm going to say Paqueta for Lanzini. Don't know why. I'm just vibing it. It is on BT Sport today, which means I am at home. Danny has come here. He's come to sunny London, where we'll be watching the game together. So it's on BT Sport. But if you were looking for a way to watch the game, there are definitely ways you could do it. If you scroll down into the link in the description below, there's a bit there called Join Our Discord. Lovely Hammers Chat, West Ham community fans of all clubs welcome. But more importantly, on the left-hand side, there's a bit there called Stream Links in which you will find what you're looking for. Danny, could never. He's very important to the world. Could never. I should start to look at. I should not. No, I don't eat cheese. That's the only cheese I eat. The only cheese I eat, no my, is Baby Bells, and that's during this. I never eat them otherwise. My girlfriend will eat them in the fridge, but I won't. I don't eat them. I don't eat cheese. No, I'm not out of choice. I'm just not like watching to cheese. I'll eat it like if in a on a pizza or something. But I'm not adding cheese to anything, So I don't even have a block of cheese. So it's a bad time, Wally. Good to see you, my leash, right away. It's a bad time. Uber Eats the Baby Bells. Look, if it maybe I will say I'm dying apparently. But I don't know if my girlfriend would be impressed. She answers the door and there's a man. He just hands her some Baby Bells. To be fair, she'd know the score. Let's be real about it. 67, 60 minutes. Yeah, he's shocked. he's fuming about the situation. 62, 71 corner for Ben Rama, 0.69 seconds. Areola for Ings, 89 minutes when we're 2-1 down. He's very accurate, Toby. I can't lie. 76 minutes. Antonio for Ings, says Stu. 58 minutes. Leon. Is this the end of the bell? We finally have a bell end. It's not the end of the bell. It's the bell break, which sounds painful and bad, doesn't it? But it's the bell break for now. 60 minutes, Antonio for Ings, another bloody unexpiring sub. Yeah, I forgot Ings was there. Ings was probably a stronger shout. Although he doesn't tend to come on until very late. There's a lot of problems going on, but that's a strong idea. 4 hours and Emerson for Cresswell and Benny, says Slim Face. We have everything's jumping around. Let me scroll slightly. Alex is enjoying his pre-match. He loved to see it. Tommy Bevo, my brother from another mother, of course. Danny Ings for Antonio at 72 minutes. Big, and again accurate. I'm not gonna lie. So no pizza either. No pizza either. No. I thought about buying a pizza, but I didn't buy it. I want a pizza now. 79th minute, Antonio. Go old school watch along, but pizza food cam. 69 minutes, Antonio off Bevo on to score the winner. We take it, Richie. We take it. I love cheesy. I respect it. It's not like I don't. I'm just not into it, I'm just not that way into it, I just can't be, I just can't be asked. Ben, good to see you. I don't disagree. I don't have crackers either. When I was at home, when I used to live at home, I'd eat cheese quite often. Now I've left. I don't know. It just never was a thing. Ings for Antonio, 80 minutes. We need 300 likes before kickoff, says Val. Val's keeping us honest. We're at 259, to be fair. We're doing quite well. And let's get those score predictions in. We've been here for just over an hour. We spoke about both lineups. We spoke about the subs bench. We spoke about potential substitutions. We spoke about Bevo. We spoke about cheese. We spoke about everything we need to speak about, apart from those final score predictions. Now's the time for no more flipping and or flopping. We're here to lock them in. This is it. The run up to the game is about to happen and we need to know. I, of course, have a timer in the top corner, which will tell you how far behind you I will be, because I will be just ever so slightly out of time. Although I am watching it actually legally on BT Sport, for some reason, when you watch it on the internet, BT Sport it's just not in time. Don't know why. I'm sure we have the ability to do this. I'm sure we have the technology to, and yet somehow it's still ever so slightly behind. So there is a timer up here which will tell you exactly how far behind you I will be. It should be just slightly. But apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, the teams are on their way out at the London Stadium. Let's see these score predictions. I don't know if I'm going to stick with mine yet. We'll see. But Leon's going with a 2-2. Love that. Big, Ben. Big. Here for it. We ain't going to need no bells. 3-0. Large. 2-1 Manchester United, says Hayden. 5-0 loss. 2-0 Manchester United. 2-2 Rashford doing a ZZ. West Ham 2, Man United 1. I stopped there because my brain sort of froze, Brian. I apologise. My brain's just sort of like clicked off. 4-2 says Alfie. Put a shot on, please. Drippy, it'd be very tight on me. I'll tell you what, I will, but you'll see. If you stick around for while the game's happening, I'll do it, but you'll see how tight it will be. 2-2 says Stu. 2-1 to Manchester United, 4-1 to Manchester United, 3-1 to Manchester United, 3-2 to West Ham, says JS. 2-1 says my brother Tomo. It's evolved again. Tommy Bevo, 2-1. 1-1, 2-1 loss, I'm afraid, says Toby. Lee is here. Good to see you, Lee. I hope you're well. Hope you're as confident as everyone else is of a big West Ham score, I suspect. Oh, I saw extra time. I saw what your score prediction was, Lee. I saw it. 3-1 Kara's going to get dismantled. Yeah, probably 3-1 West Ham, says P guys. There's a lot of confidence. I say a lot of confidence. There's a sort of mixture of some sort of smash and grab wins, but there's a fair few of them, to be fair. Although outside of that, it is mostly Manchester United wins, and I'd have to back it. I said 3-1 before the game. Enjoy the first half, mate, and enjoy your food, whatever you get. I'm going to say 3-1. I'm going to agree with Christian here. I'm going to go with 3-1 as well. I don't know where we're going to get a goal from. It's going to have to be before Mikel Antonio comes off, I guess, which is fine. He doesn't go off until like the 85th minute usually, anyway, regardless. But I can't see us getting anything from this game. I think we're just too tired. If we can, It would be absolutely massive. If we can, it would be a huge, huge, huge achievement, because realistically, this is again, it's not make or break, as I've been saying, but we get a point from this game. I would consider us safe. We get 3 points, but definitely safe. And so it's a big game. And thankfully the players are back for it. But once more, if you don't know the lineups, we'll just run through them as Declan Rice is shaking hands. West Ham lineup with Fabianski in goal, Kera again, Ogbonna and Cresswell in defence, with Rice, Souček, Paquetá ahead of them, with Bowen, Benrahma and Antonio up front. The bench, Areola, Anang, Johnson, Emerson, Fornals, Lanzini, Downs, Cornet and Danny Ings. Manchester United lineup as such. David Gea in goal, with Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Shaw and Malacia at the back. Casemiro, Ericsson and Fernandes in the midfield, with Anthony and Rashford on either side of Wout Weghorst. Their bench, Butland, Delhomme, Maguire, Williams, Fred, Sabitzer, Garnacho, Martial and Jadon Sancho. It's a big game, ladies and gentlemen, at the London Stadium. There's going to be a national anthem apparently before the game because of the King, I would assume. I guess that's what it's for. It's for the King. Who knows? But as I'll say, I'll talk through it. There's a big opportunity for us. There's a big opportunity for us. I don't think it's going to happen in this game. You've got to look at the other ones. You're looking towards Brentford. You're looking towards Leeds. You're looking towards Leicester. And even then, Brentford are going to be a tough, tall task for us. Specifically Leeds and Leicester. Look, if we get draws in both of those games, then we're 1,000% safe. The amount of teams that need to get a significant amount of points that they are not getting at the bottom of the table to overtake us makes me feel that we're safe. But a strong performance is still necessary. We have a very big end of this season to come. We've got European semi-finals on the way. We've got obviously the big major runnings against the relegation rivals as well. We need performances. And that's hopefully what we're going to get from this game. That's what's worrying me more about the game, or not what's worrying, what I'm more concerned by, rather than the result. If we can get a performance in place, then I'm happy. But Peter Banks is the referee today. He is looking to get the game underway. We are 280 likes. Thank you very much. I clicked that just to have a look. I didn't even mean to say it. We are about to kick off at the London Stadium. It's West Ham United versus Manchester United. Thank you all for joining. Massively appreciate it. Thank you. Manchester United will get us underway. Referee looking at the whistle, looking towards both teams. And we are underway. Come on, you Irons. Deploy the boys. It's time to run. 2 things indeed. Big result coming. We hope. Be interested to see how we set up in terms of pressing. We did quite well against Manchester City in the first half of that. And we seem to be doing something a little bit similar here as well. Thank you very much, Stephen, for the $4.99. Thank you for full-time fun. Much appreciated, my friend. No comment, but much. But helps us out massively. Helps us out literally massively, especially at times like these when we don't have sponsorships and stuff. It helps the channel out hugely. Thank you very much. Here we go. We're in the rotation at the top, my friends. In the rotation at the top. Aged is starting at right centre back. If you were wondering which one of him and Ogbonna would be there, it is Aged. Kara finds Jarrod Bowen. I'm looking to try and see sort of how they move around. Thomas Souček getting forward. He does nicely there to find Kara. Takes a touch, looks to try and cross it in with his weak foot. He finds Thomas Souček on the overlap, who supplies the ball into Benrahma, who's there, controls it, dicks it back across box. Ugh. Over the top of him, Paquetá does well to win that one back, though. This is good work. He's got Cresswell on the overlap. Benrahma. Here is Aaron Cresswell to put it into the box. Puts it into easily headed away by Victor Lindelof. Benrahma does well to win the ball back. This is a really nice start from West Ham. Still under pressure. Paquetá, a little bit of an awkward pass behind Thomas Souček now. And they can counter-attack here, Manchester United. The ball's from Marcus Rashford. He's done both. Well, he's done Ogbonna. He's massively out of position. Great opportunity. Rashford hits it significantly over, and we take that. It was a good counter-attack there. It was a scary moment. Ogbonna comes striding out of defence, completely out of position. Tries to take Marcus Rashford, who just easily breezes past him. Looking at the chance at the other end, it was nicely worked by Souček and Kara, and it wasn't an awful cross by Thomas Souček. I thought Benrahma should have hit that, and he controlled it instead. Maybe surprised it came to him. Dig back across. wasn't really anything to write home about. Little dink into a sort of nobody position, and Casemiro was easy to head it away. It's a 4-3-3, Pete. I think it's the same formation. However you want to put it down on a piece of paper, it's the same formation we've been playing recently. So you're talking a 3-man midfield with Paquetá, Souček, and Rice. You're talking Bowen, Ben Rama, and Antonio up front. However you sort of see that, it's that formation. It's that formation. I would call it a 4-3-3. You could maybe call it a 4-2-3-1 if you want, but personally, yeah, it's however we have been playing. What more do you want him to do, James? That's all it's just his vibe. It's just his vibe. I've come full circle on Mikel Antonio. We don't play him. It's zero chance of us doing anything ever at the moment. I've heard about it, Dan. Thank you for using my correct name. I've heard about it. I haven't actually seen it. When I heard that it existed, my instant reaction was Iwobi, but I haven't listened to it, seen it. I haven't seen any pictures of it, so I don't know what they look like. I've seen nothing. My gut just said Iwobi instantaneously, but I have heard about it. I've been meaning to look into it. What do you think, Dan? Who do you reckon it is? Because I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's go. Got Big Daddy and Freddie Mercury. Who are you even? Who are you? Not me, Bevo. The Bevmeister. Declan Rice does really well there. Gets forward. It's going to be a goal kick. I tell you what, Verkos does really well there. But Declan Rice picked up the ball, tried to drive with it. And again, the pressure's going well. The pressure is going well for us. Just a poor pass from De Gea looking for Wout Verkos, and he recovers really well, to be fair. That's the sort of thing he's in the team to do. I know Gio was... He's not keen on him. And as a goal scorer, you know, in this sort of team, you're not going to see him doing a lot. What I would say is that he's there for everything else. And as a systems guy, someone who's going to work hard and allow you to do different things. Like today, he's dropped deep here without Verkos. He's almost playing as a central midfielder, allowing the space for Marcus Rashford to take up that central role, maybe get in runs behind. Something we've seen them do before. He's really good at that sort of stuff. Played in, Tilo Kehrer just about getting a touch away from Bruno Fernandes, which will take. Bruno Fernandes taking up that space on the left-hand side that Rashford has sort of vacated for... that's it. Came across to take the throw there. Just completely thrown past him. The space that gets vacated by Marcus Rashford because Wout Verkos drops deep, Rashford goes forward, then Bruno Fernandes then moves out wide into that left wing position. A lot of rotation, a lot of movement going on there. Thankfully for a systems team like us, we should maybe deal with it relatively well. We'll see how that goes, but I feel like we should be able to deal with it a bit. We saw that against Arsenal after the opening period where we got absolutely blitzed by Arsenal and always a good opportunity for West Ham. Paquetá through, just a slight misstep from Mikel Antonio almost through. But we saw it against Arsenal where Gabriel Jesus was dropping off massively deep. And at first we didn't really know how to deal with it. And obviously that opening section, they blitzed us. But past that, we started to deal with it really well. I think this should work for us. Danny DeVito and Bevo. It does, doesn't it? Like a crime-fighting duo. I think I could picture a sort of Starsky and Hutch-style show about Bevo and Danny DeVito. Bevo and DeVito, crime scene investigations. That's CSI. Isn't that what CSI stands for? Probably not that. Hit from range from Manchester United, just wide from Bruno Fernandes. He sort of walked up to it quite casually and struck it not amazingly. It was just sort of skimming along the floor, almost found itself in the bottom corner. Anthony picking up the ball, just charging into the space vacated by Aaron Cresswell, who's maybe a bit far forward. Declan Rice does well to get into a position to block that. He doesn't get the block, but if it was on target, he would have. That's not bad pass by Paquetá again. He's looking lively, Paquetá, today. He's looking lively. I'm here for it. Did he? I don't remember, but that sounds like something he would have done. Harry Maguire. The only reason I said Alex Iwobi straight away was because I know Alex Iwobi's into like stuff. He's into like music and does like bits in his spare time. So that's the only reason it came to him in my mind straight away. I would prefer they sponsor us because I think I put in more effort. And then I feel like if they sponsored the whole team, then we would lose our bit. However, I think realistically, maybe it would help the side if we did that. Maybe it would help the side. I don't know. One can only hope. Ben Rama tried to take the ball forward, can't quite make it work. It goes out of play. Don't actually know. Does anyone know this information for David? Because I don't actually know it. How many victories have we got in the Prem so far? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I can't remember. I could look it up, to be fair, but one of you might know. Out wide to the left-hand side from Manchester United. Again, that's the idea we want to do, is force them into those positions, those wide positions. It's what we wanted to do against Manchester City. Just allow them to put it into places they don't want the ball to be, basically. Declan Rice almost getting tangled up with Anthony there, who stays up. Manchester United just outside the box. Got a lot of time now to just sort of pass it amongst ourselves. Our very passive defensive style, allowing them that time, which is sort of okay as long as they don't sort of generate anything from it. Fernandes looking for the ball to Wan-Bissaka in behind, down the line. Cut out, but we can't get it away from that area. Manchester United continue to be in control of the ball. We're doing okay with that so far. Really, the Rashford counter has been the biggest scare so far, followed quickly by the Bruno Fernandes chance. But neither of them, the Fernandes one was pretty good, but the other one wasn't blisteringly good. Good tackle. Nathan Agard does well. Malacia on the ball. Can't find a cross. Lays it short to Christian Eriksen, who can find a pass. Can't this time. We're very squeezed. Very, very squeezed right now. We've sort of got that back line going of back 4/back 5/6, depending on how many people are there with the wingers. But the people ahead of the back line are very in. Oh, that's nice. Down to Anthony, who hits it just wide. Flipping heck. Anthony misses a golden opportunity for Manchester United, created by Wout Weghorst. Again, just that patient play from Manchester United, exactly what we want, but then just a little bit of awkwardness. Wout Weghorst just chests it down to Anthony, and Aaron Cresswell coming across the cover can't get there in time, and Anthony hits it wide. That's a really good opportunity for Manchester United that they've managed to create there. Wout Weghorst, just something that's a little bit different in that central area. Again, when we're defending, usually we've got a lot of this. We're just sort of comfortable at allowing them to sort of pass it around and giving them the space and everything else. Allowing them to do that. That's what we want to do with every single team, right? Wout Weghorst is just someone slightly different in that role. We're used to seeing, say, Gabriel Jesus or something, who's not going to create anything like that, who's not going to create an opportunity like that. It's a bit worrying. It's a little bit. It's a problem you have to solve. It's a problem you have to solve. Mikel Antonio back very far, wins a free kick off Casemiro. Fish fingers in the oven. Yes. Big. I love a fish. What are you having with fish fingers? To be fair, I would just eat quite happily, just have some fish fingers all the time. Do you know what I mean? Just on a plate, pop them in. Love that. Fishing was great. Throw into West Ham, wide on the left-hand side. It's going to be Aaron Cresswell to take it. Sort of near the halfway line. You're sort of in the middle third. Solid. Never missed opportunity. Love that. I've never had it. I felt like I should have after the episode, but I've never had it. Someone I know said he's had it and said it's all right. I don't know if I trust him though. It seems like a terrifying thing. Is that a euphemism? Yeah, if you want. Yeah, if you want it to be. Why not? Ball out to Boeing, back control. Good opportunity there, but again, we're going to have to be on it with the counter-attacks. It's going to be a long afternoon. The crowd are mostly silent at this stage. It's going to be a long afternoon. Wan-Bissaka plays into Anthony. 1-2 with Weghorst. He's in the box with the ball. Anthony lays it back out to Weghorst. My concern with their dropping deep of Verkhorst, like I say, systemically we should have been able to deal with it. My concern is, I mean, it doesn't matter either way. Actually, now I say this out loud, I was going to say my concern would be Bruno Fernandes dropping out to the left-hand side would maybe, I think, draws Thilo Kehrer out. Because if it's Rashford collects the ball or is running onto the ball to try and make sprints in behind. And that's sort of something Thilo Kehrer is not bad with. He's got the pace. He can sort of deal with that. He steps out way too far. But that's my concern here is Bruno Fernandes isn't going to be looking to beat his man to take him on to like make a run in behind. And so he's going to be naturally slightly deeper, which is going to draw Thilo Kehrer in and create that space behind for people to swoop into potentially. We're doing well, though. We're doing well. We've conceded. It's not been a great half so far, but we're doing okay. Our pressing's not going badly so far. It has the feeling a little bit of Manchester City first half. Having said that, I think we were a little bit better against Manchester City in the first half of just stopping them. Manchester United have shown a little bit more capability of breaking us down, but so far it's not been too awful. It's weirdly okay. Okay, all right, okay. I don't know. I feel it's just a scary prospect to me, you know. It's just a scary idea. Also, never have custard in the house. I would. I love custards. And I love fish fingers. It'd probably be all right, wouldn't it? It would probably be all right. Good. David is good. David is good. Oh, bit of chorizo style sausage. We'll take that. Take that, Sumo. Take that. Manchester United coming forward with the ball. Thomas Souček just getting a foot in on Rashford, stops him from progressing any further. Looking for Anthony. Cresswell comes across. Stands him up well, but Eriksen arrives and hits it. Those late runs are something we're going to have to look into a little bit. We see Anthony pick up the ball, and Aaron Cresswell does well. He just stands him up, doesn't allow him to really go anywhere. And as Anthony just sort of finds a little bit of space, he lays it into the path of Christian Eriksen arriving late, who just gets the time and space to hit it. And I don't know how many of those we're going to be. I don't know how many of those we're going to be able to get away with. Don't know. A little bit. Maybe Rice should be more aware of that. I'm not sure. He was sort of standing in a position to stop those late runs, and then the late run happened. So I don't know. Not a great ball out to Kehrer, who controls it and manages somehow to get it inwards, and that's going to be a free kick to West Ham. Kehrer, he managed to keep that one in, to be fair to him. It wasn't a great pass out to him. Managed to do it. I wouldn't touch. Yeah, no. I would say no to Mason Greenwood as well. Great player, but no. Ben Rama, wide on left hand side, plays it in. Mikel Antonio almost manages to convert with something. Malacia just clearing it away under pressure from Jarrod Bowen. West Ham pick up possession of the ball again in midfield. Come on. This is a good position to have the ball. Slowed down massively, and Manchester United have got back into position. So now it's a bad situation again. But it was a good opportunity there. It just opened up, whipped across the box, and Mikel Antonio. I mean, listen, it would have been spectacular if he managed to put that in on a sort of pirouette volley thing. Don't know how he would have done it, but it was close. Bowen out wide to Saïd Benrahma on the left-hand side. Looks to take on Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's trying to show him down the line. He's put in a cross deflected, and De Gea stops that from going out. Crowd claiming it went out, but I don't think it did. He was very in when it happened. Wout Weghorst coming forward. Fernandes looks for our Marcus Rashford, who cuts inside, hits it. Oh, bloody hell. Did that hit the post? I think he might have hit the post. Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side. Again, he's just found himself there this time. Bruno Fernandes plays it out wide to him. Thilo Kehrer comes across to him. He cuts inside into the box. Thilo Kehrer is desperately trying to show him down the line towards the byline. Can't quite make it happen. And Rashford just cuts inside. He does. He hits the inside of the. He hits the outside of the post. Yeah, it's well in the hair thing. I don't know why anyone was complaining about. West Ham now on the counter. Manchester United shut it down well. Defensively, they've done a decent job today, Manchester United, to be fair. Mikel Antonio goes down, no free kicks as the ref. Felt like it was a foul potentially, yeah, but it doesn't quite work out. Rashford, Fernandez, who shoots from range, we'll take that all day. That was pointless. Awful. It's interesting to watch. I think when we're looking at the Mikel Antonio one there. I mean, Mikel Antonio kicks the back of the other guy's leg, personally. Alan, good to see you, my friend. There are definitely ways you can watch the game if you want. Have a look at your screen right now to see how. Ball forward. Saïd Benrahma on it. Plays it out wide to Aaron Cresswell. He's getting very far forward today. More so than he usually would. Into Paquetá instead. Declan Rice, a little bit awkward. Manchester United have got this locked down. I can't lie. Defensively, they're doing a really good job. When they're passing out from the back, our pressing was working. We've not really had many opportunities to try and do that again since then. But they defend really well. They sort of lock themselves down in a nice defensive formation. Similar to us, but similar to us. And we've shown no ability to break that down as of yet. As of yet. Ogbonna is on the ball. Plays it out wide to Benrahma on the left. Again, Cresswell's very far forward. We keep playing it into Mikel Antonio. And laying it into... Oh, he does well there, though. Takes on Lindelof. Can't quite keep it in, I don't think. And even if he did, the cross in for Bowen wasn't great. Apparently, he kept it in. I thought that was out, but apparently it wasn't. And West Ham continued to have possession of the ball in that corner quadrant on the left-hand side. Lucas Paquetá looking for a reverse through ball, doesn't quite make it work. Good evening, my trustworthy friend. I hope you're well. Hope you're all good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's way out for Mikel Antonio. Jesus. I don't know. I look at it. They defend really well, and Mikel Antonio's dropping off to sort of link up play. But every time it's happened so far, it's been a pass and then straight away a pass back that doesn't show any ingenuity. And earlier in the season, what would happen is we'd lay those passes into Mikel Antonio. And don't get me wrong, usually it would just be a simple pass back, but he would spin at the same time and turn his man and go. And it would be like, that's the indicator to like pass back, go. Whereas now we're not seeing the go bit. He's passing it and then just sort of standing around, and it's not coalescing into anything more than that. But if we were better at breaking teams down, this is the infinite West Ham problem under David Moyes. It's the same problem that has been here the entire time. When teams set up like this against us and they are strong defensively, they don't allow you to counterattack. We don't really have anything right now. We're really struggling to create anything. Saïd Benrahma losing out to that quite poorly. Manchester United can come away with it. Defensively, we're doing okay, but not as well as we were against Manchester City in the first half. It feels, if anything, more like the second half against Manchester City where they scored 3. But that's Manchester City. This is a run down with Manchester United, right? And then offensively, we look completely off the pace today. And the thing is Manchester United are giving us the opportunities to do stuff. We just aren't doing anything with it. Casemiro looking to fire that into Malacia. Can't quite find it. It's going to be a goal kick to West Ham. 20 minutes in. It's not one for the neutrals, this. I would hesitate to say. Listen, that's what I want. This is what I want, Ben. I want the detailed rundown, you know? I want the detailed rundown. It's the second side of the coin of the watch-along, personally. I would if I could, Henry, but I actually don't have the facilities for that currently. The way we stream, I don't actually have the facilities for that. I apologize. But, you know, United and all that stuff after, you know, we do the full thing. Mayo, I would not be for a Mayo, personally. I can understand why people would put a mayo on a fish finger sandwich or even any sandwich, but I'm not keen on mayo personally. Not like, man. Strongly ketchup. Strongly ketchup. Manchester United looking to work their way forward. What happens is as the ball gets further forward, Wout Weghorst finds himself further forward in a more offensive, central position. And the further back Manchester United are, Weghorst gets a lot deeper and allows that space for Rashford to just stand centrally, basically. Anthony looking to take on Aaron Cresswell, lays it in, looking for Wout Weghorst on the floor, but Ogbonna just clears that one out. Weghorst struggling a little bit. Antonio battling with Lindelof well, and there's Paquetá back to... Oh, it was so close. If that pass worked out, Mikel Antonio would have been through one-on-one with a goalkeeper. It doesn't quite work out, and then again, just stop passing it backwards. Big boot forward from Declan Rice. Bowen battles with it. Antonio's there. Poor pass. He's screaming. He's screaming for a handball, Mikel Antonio, but no. Or just pure. Maybe lob a little bit of salt in there. Maybe perhaps a tiny bit, but just pure. I'd happily take. You know? Again, does really well there to take that ball off him. Gareth, good to see you, my friend. How are you? Hope you're well. I don't like tartar sauce either. Tartar to the tartar, you know, not my vibe. Not my vibe at all. Again, I understand it, and whenever I go to somewhere that serves like, especially like fancy fish and chips, they're going to want to put it on the fish, and I'm going to be like, no tartar for me. I don't like it. I don't know why. Manchester United with the ball. Weghorst lays it short to Anthony Wan-Bissaka. They're linking up relatively well here. Shot from range again. Straight off the dome of Ogbonna. Paquetá battling for it. Oh, Malacia goes down and Paquetá does really well there to get straight back up. Surely that's a free kick. Good work, Paquetá does really well there. Really, really well. Just battling non-stop for the ball. I said against Manchester City, if anything was going to happen, it was going to come through him. And there he does really well. Just continues to battle and wins a free kick. We take it short to Declan Rice, who has zero options other than to go backwards. And we've been forced all the way back to Fabianski within 2 passes of our free kick. Very impressive. Pass to Rice from the free kick. Pass to Ogbonna to the side. Pass to Fabianski. And now guess what? They have the ball. Just very frustrating. Very frustrating. Always catch up. It's always catch up for me. Always catch up, you know? Always catch up. Salad cream. That's a rogue shout, Mike, the painter. I respect it. It's a rogue shout, though. See, Manchester United here are in a position where we should be doing okay against them, but we've sort of dropped off from the pressing we used to do there. Very annoyingly. Big boot forward, looking for Rashford. Again, knocks it down. Jarrod Bowen battles. Antonio battles. Saïd Benrahma picks it up. This is a good opportunity. He's got a lot to do, though. He's got someone ahead of him. Hits it early. Deflects. Yes. Saïd Benrahma. I tell you what. Puskas Award winner, maybe? Somehow we've taken the lead. That was so crap. That was so crap. And yet he's taken the lead. Saïd Benrahma with the goal. It's West Ham United 1. It's Manchester United 0. How has that gone in? How has that gone in? Battled for it in the middle. Jarrod Bowen and Mikel Antonio. And Benrahma picks up the ball off a rough pass from Luke Shaw. And he's not in a good position. And the shot is crap. The shot is nowhere near good enough to go in. He runs through. He has Lindelof just ahead of him in a really nice position. And he just tries to sort of bend it beyond him. And honestly, it's De Gea with awful positioning. Just can't get his feet right at all. And it dribbles past him. He gets a hand to it. That is so crap. It's West Ham United 1. It's Manchester United 0. You absolutely love to see it. You won't see many better than that. You won't see many better than that. Get FIFA on the phone. Let them know we found our Pushcats winner. Nothing else matters. Incredible. Unbelievable stuff. West Ham United 1. Manchester United 0. Saeed Benrahma in the 27th minute with a crap goal. We take it. We take it. And it all came from this position. They're passing it around at the back again here, Manchester United. And we've dropped off. That forward pressing is gone, by the way. We are no longer forward pressing whatsoever in those sort of positions. And it's because their players have got that gap now. So they aren't there's not the people to press there. We could just stand there, but then it's just an easy loop over the top, right? Pardon, my stomach going wild. But yeah, so we don't do it instead. Mikel Antonio is left to very tirelessly sort of run around. See here where they've dropped a little bit deeper. The people got a little bit further forward that time, but again, still not going for it at full force. And then, yeah, they just ended up booting it long because we were in a fairly okay position. And then it came bouncing forward and into the back of the net. Saeed Benrahma. Unreal. Unreal. You love to see it, Pete Lucas. You absolutely love to see it. But yeah, Cliff, I don't disagree with you. The Hayer's not really got a whole bunch of confidence, so just bung it at him. That was awful. Just bung it at him, see what happens. Manchester United passing it around in the midfield area. Looks for Marcus Rashford. Well done by Aged again. He's having a good game today. Aged so far. Battling for it. Souček hits it forward to Mikel Antonio. It was maybe a hint of offside, but he's still onside according to the linesman. He's taking on Lindelof one-on-one. Beats him. Pulls it across. Jarrod Bowen. Oh. I think it was Luke Shaw gets a touch on the shot from Bowen, and it ends up very comfortably getting into the hands of David De Gea. Well done, Tilo Kehrer. Horrendously out of position, but he steams back really fast to catch up to Bruno Fernandes and just nip the ball away from him there. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. I'm trying. Do you believe in miracles? Again, I'm trying not to get, I'm just chill, calm, you know. Big ball forward from Manchester United. Thomas Souček bounces off his head all the way back. Jarrod Bowen just pushing them a little bit. Paquetá just standing on Christian Eriksen there. Sees the ball was going long, drops off, goes after Malacia Riva. Paquetá's having a good performance as well today. Just chasing him down. Eriksen out wide to Bruno Fernandes. They're passing the ball around here, Manchester United. Looking for a way to work it in. The slower they go, the more it suits us. And they're not one to rapidly... Like I say, the counter-attack is there with Marcus Rashford if they want to use it, but they have to use it early. The slower they go, the more it suits us. Like I say, they have shown signs of being able to break us down. Not incredible ones, but they have shown signs, especially from long shots. But that's kind of okay. We're kind of okay with that, just because it's less likely to go in, right? You're less likely to concede a long shot. So concede from a long shot, I should say. Anthony picks it up, hits it outside of the post. Jesus Christ. Outside of the post from Anthony. It's fine. He picks it up in a very central position and then hits it the opposite direction off the post, off the outside of the post. I think maybe a hint of a touch of a West Ham defender. I don't know if it's going to be a corner or not. I think it might be. I'm trying to see. It hasn't gone to a wide angle yet. It is going to be a corner. Not sure who it hit off of, but there was a hint of maybe deflecting off someone. Free kick taken, corner taken short by Luke Shaw. And Fernandez's cross was crap, but Jared Bowen's header away was probably equally rubbish, and Manchester United have the ball. Like I say, they have. Oh, Wan-Bissaka does really well there. Thankfully, Fabianski does well. Like I say, they've shown signs of being able to break us down when we're in those deeper positions. They've shown signs of it without actually having done it with aplomb yet, which is it's a little bit worrying. But the fact is, we're 1-0 up, and we're just better when we're ahead. As I so awfully said against Crystal Palace. Yeah, there's a lot of off the ball work going on because him, and to be fair, Cresswell as well, equally getting very far forward today. Antonio does really well. Nips the ball off Malacio, comes flying in. I think it's going to be a goal kick. Antonio doing well there. He does really well to get in and just nick that one away. Trying to see who it touched off last. I think it was Antonio. Might have been Malacio, I don't know. I think it was Antonio anyway, but he does well just to fight for that ball and go for it. He's showing signs of he's doing well. He's doing well, Mikel Antonio today. Again, he's got such a difficult job. I know I spoke about this on other watch-alongs, but he has such a difficult job. He has to fight for every ball that gets to him against 2 or 3 defenders, and then he has to run half the length of the pitch and then score or do something at the other end. It's such a difficult job. And he's doing okay there, but he will tire at some point during this game, and we have to look at substitutions, but there's just no one there. So ideally, we've got to keep this lead until that happens because, when Danny Ings comes on, that's basically any chance of scoring gone, really. Ben Rama on the ball, wins the ball back, lays it into Paquetá, looking to try and flick it back into the path of Ben Rama, can't quite make it happen. And now Manchester United can break away with the ball. It's without Weghorst, looking for that through ball for Anthony. Well cut out by Declan Rice. Nicely done. Solid pass into Jared Bowen, slotted forward as well. Now West Ham can attack once again down this left-hand side. Ben Rama cuts inside, looking to try and cross it with a strong foot. No one there. Controlled from Thomas Souček, of which the crowd asked him to shoot, which was bold. But we don't. We recycle the ball and we've gone all the way back to defence now. But bold from the West Ham fans to claim that. I don't actually know what the race. I don't actually know what the race for the top 4 looks like right now. I've not even been paying attention to it because I've been so busy looking at our sort of end of the table. I've not even really been paying any sort of attention to what's going on at the top. I walked past a pub earlier on today. Whenever Arsenal got their first goal, because I was walking through North London and it was obviously a lot of Arsenal fans in there losing their minds. Don't know how that game ended. End 1-0? I don't know. I'm super out of touch today, apparently. Super out of touch. It's a free kick to West Ham, by the way, basically on the halfway line. Jared Bowen struggling with it. Thilo Kehrer getting some instructions from David Moyes. But Jared Bowen is very much struggling in the centre of the pitch here. He's hobbling about. He's sort of looking towards the bench. There's not a lot of action going on. I suspect he'll carry on, mainly because there doesn't seem to be any sort of concern whatsoever. But he is still hobbling, Jared Bowen, and he's looking across towards the medical team, towards the physio on the touchline. Seems to be moving again, kind of okay now. Apparently it is a yellow card. Ended 2-0. Thank you, Stu. Thank you. 2-0. 2-0. Okay. Thank you. It was when they first went in, because I remember looking up and seeing the score change from 0 to 1. Paquetá goes flying there. Anthony controls it in. Fernandez looking for a Christian Eriksen. Well done. Jared Bowen. Thank you. Don't worry, they weren't claiming it's 2-0 here. They were telling me that the Arsenal match ended 2-0. I assume you're talking about Newcastle. Similar vibe. I've got no from me. There were lots of conversations when there were potential talks about a similar takeover at West Ham, and I was very strongly against it. It's not for me. Good interception, Declan Rice. Manchester United sort of lazily trying to get the ball forward, and he just collects it nicely. Benrahma plays it out wide to Paquetá, back towards Benrahma, can't quite make it work. Back heel, couldn't quite find him. Manchester United look to try and break. Casemiro into the path of Marcus Rashford. Declan Rice just covering the left spot. Shot from range from Rashford. Nowhere close. Hits the is it stanchion? Is that what it's called? What's the post behind the goals called that hold up the net? They called stanchions? Just seen the goal again. So crap. Try to look at his. Oh, that shot is so good. The shot from behind Erik ten Hag, who just sort of stands perfectly still watching it. And then as the goal goes in, his head just goes down like this, and you just see behind him the crowd losing their minds. Good. We're doing okay. I'm growing a little bit more in confidence of our defense. Again, I've not been buzzing about it so far today. I think they've been a little bit. I don't know. We've not been as strong as we were against Manchester City, but we've done okay. We're doing okay. I'm getting a little bit more confident. A little bit, not massively, just a little bit. Big boot forward. Kera can't get control of it. Again, hooks it clear. And then Kera battles for it well. It's going to be a free kick, apparently. Don't know what for. Maybe a rogue arm. Yeah, forearm as Tilo Kera raises up. Yeah, it's definitely a free kick, isn't it? See, I disagree. I understand what you're saying, though, Bloodless. The thing is I disagree only because it needs to be people who are on the same wavelength as him. When they're not on the same wavelength for me, it's very annoying. But the rest, if you have people who are actually making runs and are actually moving, then I think it works out. But I do understand what you're saying, and I don't necessarily 100% disagree with it. But I think specifically in this instance, I'm for it. But I know what you're saying. I wish. That's another match I need to see from yesterday. I mean, I'm going to watch the whole show, but that's the other one that people have been talking about a lot. I've seen that I really want to watch. And to be fair, they're two of my favourites, so. Lofted in. Rashford gets ahead to it. Wasn't very good, and it's easily collected. From Fabianski. Said Benrahma. So it was a big boot forward. Jared Bowen battles for it, goes down. Mikel Antonio battles for it, goes down. It ends up at the feet of Said Benrahma, who's Lindelof is backing off him, trying to show him away. As Said Benrahma is storming down. It's Lindelof's the only guy between him and the goal. But Manchester United have other defenders coming in and around Benrahma. He hits it early and from range, and it just sort of dribbles in. De Gea gets a touch to it. It's an awful goal to concede from Manchester United's standpoint, Richard. But listen, it's 1-0 and it's a Said Benrahma classic, so we take it. But yeah. Good interception, Aaron Cresswell. Ball gets played forward. He just does well there. Just a sly tackle that one out. I think as the half's gone on, I think we've got better, Stu. Defensively, I think we've got better. Beginning of the half, I was a bit more concerned about it, but now I think we're a bit more comfortable. We're a bit stronger. Big ball forward, looking for Bruno Fernandes. Easily collected by Fabianski. Luke Shaw, it was a nice ball over the top. He's in there to sort of take that Martinez role, isn't he? You see the logic. It's just not perfect, but you see the logic. Mikel Antonio goes down under the challenge from don't know who it was. Can't tell. Manchester United is streaming forward here. Out wide on the left-hand side of Malacia. Good. Well done. But I tell you what, Tilo Kehrer does well to stand him up there. Tilo Kehrer does all right there. He does all right there. He hasn't, I speak maybe too soon, he hasn't made any cataclysmic errors yet. A couple of places where his positioning is questionable, but actually, by and large, he's doing okay there. He's doing okay. I always think Manchester United have made a mistake going for the classic Verhorst dropped Rashford central role. I always think you should just give it to Rashford to just run directly at him, because I think he'll have a lot more he'll have a lot more joy than Bruno Fernandes seems to have. Although Bruno Fernandes hasn't exactly been bad. Manchester United have had 10 shots compared to our 3 so far, but they haven't had a single shot on target yet. Which again, it's a lot of them are coming from range. A lot of them are coming from range. And that's kind of why I'm getting a bit more comfortable. As the half has gone on, they're still continuing to shoot from range like they were at the beginning, but they're coming in less dangerous scenarios, whereas before they were. I respect the pettiness. Rashford tries to take on Kehrer. It's just a touch off him. It's going to be a throw to Manchester United on the left-hand side. Half-time approaching. It's just Manchester United. When they go this slow, it's just comfortable for us. I think we're doing okay, Stephen. Good to see you, by the way. I think we're doing okay. Defensively, like I was saying, I was a little bit less confident in this game than I was against the first half against Manchester City, where I thought we did really well. But as the half has gone on, I think it's become more comfortable for us. And I'm becoming a little bit more comfortable. Second half and tiredness, obviously, to come is going to be a problem. But we're doing all right. Paquetá does well, lays it into the path of side. Benrahma hits it. Good save from De Gea that time. Oh, okay, across. That is surely a handball. That potentially should be a penalty. I'm sure VAR will look at it, and I'm sure that it will go back to. We'll see a replay of it. But at first glance, without seeing a replay, that looks like a handball from a Manchester United defender. I'm not sure which one. Manchester United continue with the ball and come flying forward. Play to Christian Eriksen, who takes a wrong. Who does Tilo Kehrer very comfortably, but how was that not a penalty? Again, we've seen a replay here. Benrahma flicks it back across. He even moves his arm towards the ball. His arm is very close to his body. No penalty. VAR has checked it and has said no penalty. Half time has happened. VAR has checked it and said no penalty. But honestly, I'm not sure about that one. You lot, if you watch the watch-alongs, will know that I am, if anything, overly fair about these things. Overly fair. There have been times where we have gotten penalties and I've said it shouldn't have been a penalty. There are times where penalties have gone against us and I've said that should be a penalty. You know, I will say exactly how I see it, regardless of the situation. His arm is close to his body, which is the thing that makes me think, do you know what? It's not a pen. Like, if you look at the silhouette, it might, if it hit like here. But the thing is, his arm is like this. And as the ball comes towards him, he does move his arm towards it. That's the thing that makes it. It's very close. It's very close. But regardless, we don't need it to be up at half time because it's West Ham United 1. It's Manchester United 0. And it's going all right. I can't say anything different. It's going all right. An awful goal, but who cares? It's gone in, and that's the thing that matters. As the half has gone on, I've gotten more confident about our defense. I thought as the half was getting underway, I was a little bit concerned about it. I felt like they were creating opportunities to shoot and score. But, Gio, as the half has gone on, I've become a bit more confident about our defense, and I think we're probably good for a 1-0 lead at this point.
Yeah, but how the fuck's that not a pen?
I was going to ask you that next.
Mate, what the fuck? Like, usually I sympathise with the referees. I'm like, right, okay. Usually, even if I don't like the rule book, if it's within the parameters of the laws, fair enough. I just don't like the law. That piss right off. He's literally, what the fuck? He might as well just caught it.
Like you say, I'm usually, if anything, overly fair to referees and stuff, and I usually don't question a lot of the things. Like the one against Liverpool, for example, I didn't think was a penalty, right? That's how fair I usually am with these things. I go overly so, right? The one thing I can think of is that I guess if you look at them as a silhouette, it might have hit his body, but the thing is, his arm goes towards the ball.
Yeah, he literally sticks his elbow out to stop it.
It's not even like usually where someone's hands are close to it and it hits their hand or whatever. His arm's like this and it goes towards it. I'm very skeptical about that. But we don't.
He's been better with his hands that half than fucking De Gea has been.
That goal was. How has that gone in? How has that gone in? It was so crap.
I don't know.
They were in a really good position to defend. The only thing Ben Rama could do is just sort of hit and hope. He hits it. Barely makes a connection with the
ball. Ben Rama next time. God. Ben Rama's like, well, that's why I always do my P rulers at the goal, just in case a keeper fucks it. Well, it's happened now.
Absolutely incredible. And like I said, I think we're all right for it.
Yeah, we're playing really well, Charlie. I think nobody's having a bad game. I think there's one or two players playing really well for us out there. In fact, there's more than one or two. I think there's 5 or 6 players playing really well out there for us. You know, Man United aren't playing bad. There's a few of their players in their groove, but the fact is we are winning, and I think, like you said, we're good for the lead. You know, have they had more chances? Yes. Have they had the better chances? Yes. Will Man United fans feel a bit hard done at half-time? Yeah, but I don't give a shite. Look at that penalty, for fuck's sake, or lack of penalty. Don't care. We're winning, and we are playing well. Are we cutting through them? Not really, but all the boys are working really hard defensively. Despite the fact that they've had a couple of opportunities and they've hit the woodwork twice, I feel like we're playing pretty strong defensively. If this continues, Man U, will get more and more frustrated. The pressure's on Ten Hag at halftime. He's going to have to change something. He's going to feel like he's got to change something. I think Weghorst is only a matter of time till he comes off and someone else comes on, whether that be Sancho or Garnacho. But yeah, it's good. I'm happy with this. I'm really pleased with what I saw, Charlie.
Yeah, me too. I think in earlier in the first half, I was a bit concerned because I didn't feel like we were stopping them as comfortably as we were stopping Manchester City to get their chances. And even though all of their chances were coming from range, the scenarios in which they were shooting from, like the Christian Eriksen one, I've seen him score from that exact scenario before, for example. Bruno Fernandes, if he makes a slightly better connection with it, maybe it doesn't hit the post, maybe it goes in, right? But actually, as the half has gone on, their ability to find those scenarios seems to have lessened. And it actually really doesn't feel like they're creating anything that is of any sort of danger right now. That isn't going to be an absolutely brilliant goal from range, a great struck shot. What a Nunes goal, basically. One of those. It doesn't really feel like they're creating anything other than those chances right now. And if we keep doing that, fine, comfortable with that.
Yeah, Fabianski's usually good from distance. Usually, I say that because obviously Gakpo scored last week, but he would not conceded.
It was Gakpo, not Nunes. Thank you. It was Gakpo, not Nunes. Yes.
He would not conceded Ben Rama's effort. Let's put it like that.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone would. To be fair, I probably wouldn't. You know. Do you
know the best thing I did? Did the video with Beth for this channel, and then she did a video with me. Not for their channel, but to like cut up into bits on social media, and they put up a bit on Twitter of me saying David De Gea is not an elite goalkeeper, and a lot of them agreed with me. But I've had a lot of people like, "What the fuck are you on about?" kind of thing. in fairness, Beth has gone and replied to them like, turns out he was correct.
Exhibit A, Your Honour. Get the gavel out.
The last thing I needed was to have Man of Match performance, because those Man U fans would have come for me. So thanks to Gea. I think there might be a few Man U fans deleting their comments in the last half hour.
I'm going to go have a read of those while I pee. I'll be back in a second, Drew.
Cheers, Charlie. Right, let's see what you are all saying in the live chat. Hammer 1999 says, that was a quick check. It was a club badge. Do you know what annoys me, though? Something like that. Just let the referee go watch himself. I don't think it's the VAR ref should be able to make that call. I know the VAR ref has decided it's within the parameters of the law, so he doesn't need to go check it. But just say to the referee, look, I think you've made the right call, but just double check. For stuff that's so iffy, I think the referee on the pitch should be the one to decide whether it should be looked at or not. For the sake of 30 seconds, you could just go and have a quick glance at it. It's just bollocks. Will says it's blatant corruption. UEFA want Man United in the top four. It's not even checked by the referee. Rocky said, how was it not a penalty? Celtic said, it's their jammy so-and-so's. Wayne says FA need Man U to finish in the top four. It's worth millions to them. Never going to get VAR going our way. Danny said it's definitely a pen. Now they score twice, we lose. They're just looking after the top six as usual. But we'll get an apology tomorrow. Well, here we go. This is Stephen. This is good. This is actually, hang on. My initial view was no pen. Up to the replay, proved me wrong. Absolutely. Though when watching, he moved his arm. Okay, Stephen changed his mind. There you go. Major says, how many of Charlie's fat fingers do you... Major! Can't answer that one. He does have fat fingers, though. That middle finger of his is a big sausage, isn't it? Jeff says, don't agree. Don't think we're playing as well as you say. I'll be amazed if we keep a clean sheet. I think we're playing well. Listen, it's not the best we've seen us play, but I think we're doing all right. This Man United team's a good team. I think they've got some really good players in this team. We're doing fine. Joe says, on a few occasions, it looked like Souček went into right back when Kerr had gone forward. Mancuni and Hammer said, pretending they're making mistakes is absurd now. These are not mistakes. It's corruption. Jack said, Genus is such a drag, constantly arguing with other commentator. Mute your telly. That's my only advice. Vaser said, we must push for VAR to be gone next season. Constantine said, to be fair, Ben Rama bent it well. Rice is amazing reading their passes. Kerr very well. Malacia should have been a red, and the handball is a clear penalty. GW says, shoot from anywhere. It's a dodgy keeper. Well, this is it. He's nervous. Any confidence he has is absolutely gone as well. I agree. Test him from distance, and let's have a little look. Dom says, 100% penalty, 100% corruption. I said it on this channel solo. I did a video about it. I don't know when. I said it was corrupt. It was just corruption. It was the only thing that you could explain it. I think it was the Kernig disallowed goal or something. A lot of non-West Ham fans weren't too happy with it. Paul says even Rio is saying it's a stonewall penalty. Bra says Peter Walton says it's a pen. Jesus, that's a first. Joshua sums it up. Peter Walton says it's a pen. He always shags what the ref says he does. He just... Honestly, Peter Walton's got the best job like on TV broadcasting. He just comes on, just agrees with whatever the referee does. I've never heard him, and technically I still haven't because I'm not watching the halftime bit. So technically I've never heard Peter Walton disagree with what the referee has done. Mancunian says we would have got a penalty. We're playing Bournemouth. I agree. It's hard. It's hard not to think that, isn't it? It's almost impossible to not think it's because we're playing Man United. I also think it's because it's at halftime as well. Possibly not. But that was in the 30th minute. VAR probably don't mind taking a couple of minutes to have a little look at it. Can't remember. There was a game not long ago that I watched. Was it yesterday? I don't think it was. They were watching something for like 2 minutes. It was obvious what the outcome was, but they just checked it anyway. But because it's half time, they've rushed it a little bit. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm trying to give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt. There's fucking nothing to give. It's corrupt. Dermot Gallagher, Ian Ryan Shearer all say Stonewall pen. It was. You know, I've got a lot of sympathy if the defender heads it and it hits his arm or something. It's one of them. But there's nothing. He's a few yards away from Ben Rama and he literally moves his arm towards the ball. I don't know what more could have happened in order for that to be given as a penalty. I've seen a lot lesser handballs given this season for pens, and that's what I said about the Thiago one last week. The thing that annoyed me with us not getting a penalty against Liverpool, my theory was there will, between now and the end of the season, and this is applicable today, between now and the end of the season, and there's only 3-4 games left for every team, there will be a handball that's of a lesser extent than that, that's given as a pen, and VAR will stick with it, and the penalty will be given and upheld. It's crap. It's honestly crap. You're trying to. It's difficult enough to beat Man United without them having VAR on their side as well. But like I said, we'll get an apology tomorrow. We'll say, "Oh, sorry, West Ham, you should have had that one." Wolves has had numerous apologies this season. Brighton have had a fair few as well. It's funny, isn't it? It's the non-top 6 sides that always seem to be getting apologies from PGMOL. That lot. They seem to be apologising to the non-6 side. I've barely seen Man United have to get an apology from them because they don't fucking get anything. Ben says, Ben White, congratulations on your result earlier. He says 100% a penalty. However, why are we not playing to the whistle? Could have won the ball back in a good area. I think we are, to be fair. Don't know. Liberator said, I think he would need to catch the ball before the ref would give it a pen. Even then, it's dubious. Yeah, you can't trust them, can you? The worst thing is, everybody are watching at half-time. Our lot will be watching it, saying there was a pen. Tom Kearney called out the referee, didn't he? Who did Fulham play? Man City, weren't it? They played Man City, and they wanted a pen or something. And then in the second half, apparently, the referee said to a Fulham player that it should have been a pen. They checked at half-time. We'll probably have a little bit of that in the second half. It's just, the good thing is, what I will say is Declan Rice will have to call out. Declan Rice will, David Moyes will call out as well. David Moyes will say, I don't know who was on VAR. Do you know who was on VAR? That's what Moyes, I can almost quote it word for word. David Moyes will say, because he always calls it VAR, not VAR. He will say, don't know who was on VAR. They weren't doing their job tonight or something like that. They will call it out, though. David said only 1 minute added time at the half, blah, blah, blah. I say blah, blah, not to you, Dan, and apologies because Bevel's returned.
Correct. I would like to read out a tweet. Someone replied to your David De Gea isn't elite.
Oh, yes.
I won't say the at of the user, but I hope he puts on a goalkeeping masterclass and keeps a clean sheet in today's game. Now, I shall click on this person's profile and read the last tweet they posted 6 minutes ago. What kind of pressure are these serial bottlers under? It's going well for them. It's going very well for them with Big David in goal. Any changes you'd make at halftime, Gio? I'm quite confident.
No. None. We don't have a weakness today. They're getting bits and pieces. At times, they're getting behind our defence. They're getting a bit of joy in midfield. We're 1-0 up. This game suits us now. We can sit deeper. We can sit tighter. We're looking quite good on the break. Antonio's got them. I'll tell you what I will say, Charlie. I do not want to see Danny Ings ready to come on. If I see Ings ready to come on, I'm going to scream because I just know what's going to happen. Ings is going to come on for Antonio. It's going to kill us. It's going to absolutely kill us. Moyes, if we're winning, leave Antonio on. And I know we've got a semi-final on Thursday, but you're just going to have to rinse him tonight and let him have that Brentford game off. Because if we win tonight, you can do whatever the fuck you want against Brentford next week. Anything. We will not need, we can get thumped 5-0 in that game. It does not matter. But tonight, we cannot have the inevitable sub of Danny Ings to replace Mikel. It cannot happen, Charlie. Honestly, I will cry. If I see that sub away to prepare, my confidence in winning will decrease a lot. The outball to Antonio is crucial. Antonio nudged it into Said Benrahma when he went and got his goal. Is that an assist? I mean, technically, he'll get one. It's the shittest assist you'll see all season. But physically, he matched Luke Shaw and was able to just nudge it into Benrahma. I mean, like I said, Luke Shaw belts it off Benrahma and De Gea should save it. Doesn't matter. Antonio's impacted the game a lot in that first half. We cannot take him off.
I agree. I'll let you run off because the teams are coming out now, Gia. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be back underway at the London Stadium. It's West Ham United 1. It's Manchester United 0. Second half underway. No subs at halftime. If there was a little bit more time, I was about to say to Gio, you don't want to see who's coming on then, just to see his reaction. But it obviously didn't happen. But the boys have been deployed, Leon. Come on, you irons. Times we're on 2 things. All that good stuff. Let's go. Big plays. 1-0 one, and I agree with you. I 100% agree with what Gio's saying there, to be honest. Oh, Mikel Antonio's nipped the ball away instantaneously from David Gea. A poor pass. Jarrod Bowen shot from range. The flex off one of, I think it's Casemiro, and David Gea can collect it, but close, instantaneous pressure from us. And they pass the ball forward, and we've got the ball again. Come on. 45 seconds in, we've already dispossessed them twice from poor passes. Let's make the most of it. Let's get a second shot away. Come on. I agree strongly with what Gio was saying there. I think as we're winning, you keep him on. As much as Thursday is Thursday, I think we keep him on. Passing the ball around at the back here, West Ham. Because Danny Ings just comes on, it just takes everything. It just takes everything. Maybe Gio Bladders the new bell. Oh, right. Bells. I found some mini cheese bakes, which are, of course, the Morrison's versions of mini cheddars. But they are here. So if we need them, we have small circular cheese things we could eat, potentially. If we feel like we need them, that's the closest thing we're going to get today, unfortunately. But they are here just in case we need them. Oh, ball forward can't quite make it work. Nice pass in there from Manchester United, but it's always a little bit stretched, and we win the ball back again. Come on. And Paquetá does really well there. He's having a really good game today. Just so confident. Lays it out wide to Benrahma. This is really nice. Mikel Antonio's in the centre. Can he find him? Bends it in towards him. Cleared away from Lindelof. Can't quite make it work, but we're doing well. Come on. Opening 2 minutes. We're doing really well here. We're doing really well. Was it actually? I didn't know that was it actually his Deckers? I didn't know that. I did not know that at all. Crunchy bells. Yeah, the crunchy bells. I did not. That's hilarious. If so, big ups to the big man, you know? Happy what? 54th birthday, however old he is at this point? For sure. I've had all week to source bells. I know. It's poor for me, Alex. It's poor for me. Look, I'm not here to make excuses, you know. I'm here to just make the best of a bad situation. Not here to make excuses. Mikel Antonio taking on Wan-Bissaka, beats him. Wan-Bissaka gets his foot across well. Mikel Antonio just standing him up, taking time, just allowing the corner to happen. Come on, man. Come on, corner from our left-hand side. Declan Rice to take. Not Aaron Cresswell, no? Okay. That makes little sense, but fair enough. Whipped in from Declan Rice. Someone goes down in the air. It's on bowler. I can't quite get there. Benrahma does well to keep that one and then shoots from range. Big deflect. It was never, I don't know, whatever. But another good opportunity. Souček's there. Drives it across. Save from De Gea. Again, hits it, and it's going to be another corner, this time from the opposite side. You just expect Bowen to take this one from the right-hand side. Nice bit of a play from Aged to nod it onto Souček, who just sort of hits it, just sort of drives it across the box. I don't know if it's a shot or a cross or what it is, but he just sort of slams it towards goal. And De Gea is forced to palm it away. It's going to be a corner from the right-hand side. Souček battling with Luke Shaw. Whipped in over the top of him again. There at the back post. Can't quite get there. Just a bit too high, and it's going to be a goal kick to Manchester United. Jarrod Bowen whipping in that second cross. Lindelof and just sort of going about their business. Manchester United are going to take that short goal kick. We're seeing more and more teams adopt now. Even we're doing it. They lay it short to the centre. Centre back takes it, lays it to De Gea, who then palms it forward straight into our path, and we come away with the ball. Suits us. That specific play suits us massively. It's what happens when he has it. It's what happens. Once in a blue moon. Fernandez coming forward. Laid short to Anthony. Finds Wan-Bissaka in a decent space. Wide on the right-hand side. Looking to try and cross it in. They left it a little bit, going for something fancy there. Anthony, second shot, deflects away, and now West Ham can come away with a counter-attack. The ball's with Sai Benrahma. Paquetá streaming forward. Mikel Antonio's wide on the right-hand side. Just a bad pass. Just a little bit more forward. Malacia covers it well. Just to let David De Gea. Jesus Christ, what is going on with David De Gea today? He's all over the shot. Just a little bit further forward, that pass, allowing Mikel Antonio to run onto it from Benrahma, and it would have been beautiful, but we win a throw in a good area regardless. So, you know, we move. But at the same time, bro, stress. It's going to be throw-in on the right-hand side. Tilo Kehrer to take. Going to go fairly long. Looking for Souček. It does go quite long. Souček's there. De Gea messes it up. Oh my God, it's in. Mikel Antonio, the referee blows the whistle. It's going to be a free kick. Oh. It's going to go to VAR. De Gea is down. I'm not looking at chat because I know you'll be ahead. The ball has ended up in the back of the net. I think it was Mikel Antonio who got the last touch. Ball goes up. David De Gea. And then Mikel Antonio flicks it back towards in the net. He goes up. I don't think that should be. I think that should count. Because David De Gea jumps into his arm. That's so annoying. It should be 2. It's being ruled out as well. Oh, that's so annoying. That should be 2. Mikel Antonio. This is De Gea. Mikel Antonio is like this, trying to hold off De Gea as the ball is coming down. De Gea jumps, and Antonio, whose hand is here, gets caught underneath his shoulder, raises up, and his arm naturally ends up hitting De Gea, barely touching him, right? De Gea goes down holding his face, and they go, oh, well, I just heard, I can't remember who it is on the commentary, but I just heard one of them go, oh, well, when his arm's raised that high, what are you going to do? Bro, his arm wasn't raised that high. It was at chest level. He was trying to hold him back. It's the fact he jumps and it pushes it up in the air. Oh, that's so annoying. It should be 2. The fact we're on top of them in the second half is great, but it should be 2. It just should be. They're not bad. They're not bad. I wouldn't say they're as good, but they're an acceptable replacement, in my opinion. You know, if the OGs aren't there, I quite happily have these, but I wouldn't say they're as good. I should say that. Yeah, potentially with the pen as well. Yeah, you guys aren't wrong. So annoying. That's so annoying. Shaw gets caught out. Jarrod Bowen there just lets that go out for a throw. I would have preferred he boot that Luke Shaw that far out of position. I would have preferred he boot that. Ten Hag is giving instructions to someone. To Martial. Martial looks like he's going to be coming on. He's on the touchline giving instructions. Long throw forward for Mikel Antonio. We obviously lose out the ball instantaneously, and Manchester United can come away with it because, of course, it was an off throw. Oh, we win the ball back. Yay! Lads. This is a very positive start. I agree. We're doing really well today. We're just doing well. We're just doing well. Antonio controls it back down to Paquetá, who looks to try and just loft that one towards Jarrod Bowen. It was massively overhit. It's going to be a throw. Jarrod Bowen can't quite get there. Martial is going to make his way onto the pitch now. I'll be interested to see who for. Like G, I would suspect it to be Weghorst, mainly because that sort of tactic doesn't seem to be working too well for Manchester United at the moment. I mean, realistically, Weghorst, you might want to keep on because he can cause issues for us from set pieces and stuff like that, but that's not really happening today. So actually, realistically, I don't know. I'd be surprised if it wasn't Weghorst who's coming off. Oh, Draconian Squid with the £2. Thank you very much. Let's go get this bloody win, boys. Yes, thank you, Draconian Squid, first of all, for the full-time fun. Very, very fully much appreciated. Secondly, I'm feeling all right. We'll see what kind of impact Martial has on the team. But at the moment, I'm feeling okay. You know, I'm feeling all right, as that song once went. I'm raised by Weghorst straight into Fabianski, who A little bit under pressure there. Can't quite keep it out. Can't quite keep it in his hands, I should say. And thankfully, it's fine. But thank you very much for the £2, my friend, or the $2. Much appreciated, Draconian. We've got this. I feel like we've got this so far. We'll see how, like I said, we'll see how Martial comes on. It could change it. They've been too slow today, Manchester United. So if they can play through the lines quicker with the likes of Martial and Rashford running in behind and stuff, then it would be good for them. But as of now, they're playing too slow and it's just playing into our hands. Just passing it around slowly at the back here, Manchester United, looking for something to sort of open up, and it's not. We're not overly committing players forward. You've got Antonio and Paquetá just sort of running. It's left that space open for Luke Shaw to just walk through there. Interestingly for us, I don't really know why we've done that, but still, Manchester United come forward with it after that. Malacia out wide on the left-hand side. Subakera does well. Malacia handballs it. How he thought that was a foul, I will never know. He goes down. He goes down after falling over himself. Tilo Kehrer does literally nothing wrong there. Then handballs it, and then it's a foul the other way. And he's like, oh. It is Wout Weghorst who's coming off for Anthony Martial. Am I really? Am I really? I know I've seen a couple of times where you lot have said, oh, it's a corner and stuff, and then it's a corner on my screen a minute later or something, but didn't know how far behind I was. But it's PT, man. I don't understand why it's like this. I honestly have no clue how it's this far behind at all times. Somehow we're here. That free kick is going to be taken by Fabianski. It's just outside the box. It's going to be a big boot forward. There it goes. Hoofs it up the field. Let's see. Martial seems to have taken the central role with Rashford out wide on the left. That seems to have been a straight swap for Weghorst. But now Rashford dropping a little bit deeper again. If they can get Rashford on the ball, maybe in deeper positions, get him running and driving forward, speeding that play up just a little bit in deeper areas, that's probably going to suit them better than it would us, if we're being honest about it. We'll see that ends up playing. Dave, Acid D, thank you very much, sir. Punch Drunk Gaming, the obligatory super chat. It's very kind of you. You don't have, there's no obligatories are necessary whatsoever, but thank you very much for the £2. Thank you, sir. It never has to be obligatory. I never want anyone to feel like they have to. I know I say this every time someone donates, but you do not have to do it at all. It's much appreciated, and it helps us out massively. But you don't have to. That's a great password. Declan Rice, Cresswell can't quite whip the ball in. Ben Rama managed to keep possession of the ball, but you don't have to at all. Thank you very much, Dave. I'll put your name in the thing in a sec. Ben Rama managed to flick the ball into the path of Declan Rice, who does well, pulls it across. Oh, there's no one. I was trying to get the words out, and then I sped up because I was like, oh my God, this is going in. And there was just no one there to put it in the back of the net. Ben Rama does really well to find Declan Rice, who just charges forward, takes it right to the byline and puts it across into such a dangerous area. And there's just no one there to convert it. It was such a good opportunity for us. Such a good opportunity. So frustrating. So frustrating. Bowen battling with it. So is Souček. Declan Rice comes away with it. Out wide to Jarrod Bowen now as we counter-attack again. This time down the right-hand side. Takes on Luke Shaw. Stops him. Paquetá from range. High and wide. High and wide. I'll accept him taking a shot from that because he's been doing well last couple of games and he's having another good game today. It's not a great shot. He just sort of lashes at it. Goes very high, swerving away from goal, but coming you iron, blasting out at the London Stadium. We're doing well. It feels good. This feels good. If we could get anything out of this game, even a draw, I'd be so happy. Malacia slops it forward to Martial, lays it back to Rashford. He's just trying to ask Tilo Kehrer to come to him. And Tilo Kehrer, go on, mate. I tell you what, fair play. He's having a game today, Tilo. I'm not super. I've said a lot about Tilo Kehrer over the past 4 days or so. I've said a lot about him. And at right back, he is one of the most terrifying players I've ever seen in my life. But he's having a good game today. Like I said, 1 or 2 minor positional errors, but outside of that, he's doing well. And in that position, he does really well. Rashford just standing on the ball, basically begging for Tilo Kehrer to come and take the ball off him. And he just sort of stands there. That's going to be a free kick to us. Thank you very much, Marcus. We'll take that, mate. We'll take that, mate. He's just begging him. He's just stood there slightly off, about this far away. Tilo Kehrer's where you are. Just like standing there, sort of begging him, like, come on, come get me. And Tilo Kehrer's just standing there. And the second it looks like Rashford's sort of losing it a little bit, Tilo Kehrer just nips in and grabs it. He's doing really well today. Oh, such a good opportunity. If anyone was there from that Declan Rice cross, would have been so good. It's mine as well, to be fair. I was like, we've got like a group of people here who just get it, and I'm really here for it, you know. It's nice because I know everyone in chat as well. There's so many people who come through and chat, and like we know basically all of each other, you know. It's nice. It's really nice. It's rare as well, especially in a watch along situation where it is, you know, a lot of people come in and out, and you know there's loads of different watch alongs, and you could watch any of them. The fact that one, you choose to get involved with this one is a massive thing for me personally. I'm very grateful for it, and two, the fact that like we're all here like every game together. I don't know. I love it, man. I love it. Like there was a time when I used to fear doing these. Now it's like actively exciting. Antonio looking to take the ball past Wan-Bissaka. Oh, it was a nice idea to lay it short. Can't quite find a space. It's a good block. Paquetá digs it towards the back post. Thomas Souček's there, hits it. Oh, the side netting. Put across to the back post. Antonio does really well there. And then Paquetá just with the nice... Oh, he's doing really well, Paquetá. The dink across there was a moment where I thought it was maybe overhit, but Souček was arriving, gets the volley, and I think it hits the outside the post as well. Flipping heck. Trouty, I can, my friend. Good to see you. Here are the bench. There we go. This is the bench. Ariola, Anang, Johnson, Emerson, Fornals, Lanzini, Downs, Cornet, and Daniel Ings. Big boot forward. Bruno Fernandes tried to hit it, completely mishits it. It's cleared away by Aged, not quite far enough. So I hiccuped at the exact same time of talking, and now my body is taking a moment to adjust. Hang on. Okay. That's an issue. Played out wide to Rashford on the left. Souček just palms it away. Well, not palms it, but boots it away. Just thinking of a goalkeeper, that sort of thing, but with his foot just push, you know. Casemiro goes down with Angelo Ogbonna both in the box. No free kick, no pen. Didn't think it was, to be fair. Mikel Antonio. Go on, Mikel. Yes! Beats Luke Shaw like there's nothing. Takes it round 2 men. Someone goes down. Jared Bowen goes down there. That's got to be at least one of those for free kicks. Referee does. He picks up a yellow card. That is... we were through there. That was happening. Wan-Bissaka's the one who gets the yellow card. Mikel Antonio, man. Mikel Antonio controls the ball and just goes and just takes it past Luke Shaw. And Wan-Bissaka, I mean, that's his yellow. That's awful for Wan-Bissaka. It's just him he's desperate to stop him from getting forward. And Luke Shaw, I think it's Luke Shaw, or it might be Ericsson off the ball, also takes out Jared Bowen. Some very cynical stuff going on there from Manchester United. I can't lie. Some incredibly cynical stuff. How Ericsson's managed to get away with that off the ball, taking out Jared Bowen like that, I'm not sure. But Mikel Antonio, just once more, is just on it. He's just absolutely on it. You love to see it. Everyone's very nice here. That's the thing. And I've said this. I know I've said this to you. I know I've said this to you before personally, Stu. But like, I think you have to reflect well to your community, right? And I think that's the key here, is just being as nice to everyone as possible. Whips across. Souček goes down. Him and Aged knocks it in, back towards header. Antonio nodded away. Jesus Christ, it's close. I tell you what, if you asked me who's scoring next, I would say West Ham. I would 100% say West Ham. But yeah, I think it's nice that everyone gets on, and it's just nice. It's just nice. I just think it's neat, in the words of Marge, I tell you what, if you said to me which team are going to score right now, I would say West Ham. Oh, good interception again, Declan Rice. Saïd Benrahma does well as well to get it forward to Aaron Cresswell, who stayed very far forward. There's good opportunity to whip the ball in. Lofts it in towards Antonio at the back post. Can't quite find it. Paquetá now wide on the right-hand side. Couple of step overs. Takes on Luke Shaw. Hits it. Oh! He drives it. I think it was I don't know if it was a shot or a cross or what. But Paquetá, a couple of step overs, beats Luke Shaw. Hits it strongly with his left foot. I think it was a shot. And it hits off someone. Mikel Antonio just hits it. It just glances off his head. Souček was arriving at the back post. If Antonio doesn't touch that, maybe it goes. I don't know. This is really good from us right now. This is really, really good. We are comfortably bettering Manchester United right now. That's a nice ball out wide, though, to the left-hand side. Marcus Rashford, 1v1 with Tilo Kehrer. Malacia turns up the pace. That's gone out. And the shot doesn't go in the end anyway. See you later. Big nose. Get out of it. Not having it. I tell you what, Malacia's quick. He almost gets there as well. But the ball comfortably goes out before the cross. And quite petulantly, Bruno Fernandes slams it towards goal. And it's an easy... it doesn't even go in. It's very easily stopped by Fabianski. We'll take that. Say it with me. You hit one of these. You look at the hand and then... See you later. It's a no. It's a no on them ones. I agree, Glenn. I agree. I think he should have played it in earlier. I get it. He's trying to allow people to get into better positions and all that, but yeah, I'd agree. Stephen, that's huge from you, my friend. Huge from you. Also circular, but huge from you. If we could get another goal here, we are laughing. We are laughing. We're doing really well. They are definitely there for the taking, Sean. I strongly agree with you. Strongly agree with you. Played out wide again. Rashford looking for Martial down the centre. He bundles over Tilo Kehrer. It's going to be a free kick to us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Come on. Come on. I always forget Steve McClaren works for Manchester United, and then I see him on the bench, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Steve McClaren. Sabitzer and Sancho are getting ready to come on for Manchester United. Sorry, I should talk about the thing that's relevant to the match as opposed to Steve McClaren being slightly in front of Sabitzer and that. But Sabitzer and Sancho are getting ready to come on. And Steve McClaren's on the bench. Steve McClaren. That feels wild to me, It just feels wild to me. Mikel Antonio battling for it well. Luke Shaw does well to deal with that, to be fair. And he does well. It's a nice pass out as well. Anthony on the ball, drops deep to try and pick it up. Wan-Bissaka on the overlap from him. Manchester United playing the ball around. It's a poor pass from Anthony out to Rashford, who manages to keep hold of it. Flicks it forward. Anthony once more now in the centre of the park. He's had more touches in the last 30 seconds than he had the rest of the half. Rashford looking to try and get it forward. Eriksen, good interception from Declan Rice, just stops that. Thomas Souček takes down Martial in the build-up. Manchester United continue to play the ball forward. Paquetá just manages to knock that one to Cresswell, who hoofs it clear. Paquetá can't quite get the control. It's unfortunate that he slips a little bit as it comes down onto his thigh. And now whipped in towards the back post. Rashford can't get there. I'm having flashbacks to Rashford scoring his header in the first game earlier this season. Jared Bowen, a bit of an awkward pass, thankfully. Tilo Kehrer does well. Little shimmy, little fake, and then a big hoof from Fabianski just to allow that pressure to dissipate. Mikel Antonio batting for it. A little complaint at the referee as he goes. Jared Bowen batting for it as well. Come on. And Paquetá, let's go. Let's bloody go. Steve McLaren indeed. Steve McLaren indeed. Just wild. Just wild. I would love to. It feels even worse for my health, but I would love to. One day I'll do it. One day it'll happen. When's Easter? Easter's gone. Oh, next Easter. I might just get some mini. I want some mini eggs now, Dave. I might have to go back out and get some mini eggs, yeah. Gav Dog, good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. Thankfully, I'm not in Idaho today. I've heard it's very snowy there today, Ian, but I don't actually happen to be there today. I'm in London today because it's on BT Sport, so I can watch it fine because I have BT Sport. But I've heard from my neighbours in North Idaho, Danny, when he got here, was like, it's very snowy. Very snowy. Declan Rice shot from range to flex is going to be a corner. We're doing really well right now. We're doing really, really well. 71 minutes in and we're still in control of this game. We're still beating them. We're still comfortably beating them as well. We will be back to the regularly scheduled bells. Don't worry, Christian. We will be. We will be. I just happened to fail to find them today twice. It's very kind of you to say, Draconian. Thank you. Yeah, it's very, very kind of you. You're a valued member of the chat. You're a valued member of the chat, as is everyone, to be fair. But that's very kind of you to say. I'll pass your favorite YouTube channel comment on to Jim Gonzo as well. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I'm like everyone's favorite DJ. If a DJ would stop all music to talk about baby bells for a bit, but you know, we take it. I did used to DJ when I was younger. I should pick that up again, I should. Whipped in towards the back post. The Ged's there. Ooh, Fabianski, sorry. De Gea fumbles it. No foul given. Ben Rama pulls it back across. Souček can't quite get a shot away. Still got people forward here. Still on the ball. Paquetá lays it short to Ben Rama, who takes a bunch of touches. Maybe could have crossed it first time. Instead, he's looking to try and beat Eriksson. Can't quite get that cross into the box. Declan Rice, the shouts of shoot come from the crowd as he picks up the ball just outside the area. He does really well to take it past the man. Paquetá, first time in. Header, it's in. That's in. That's a goal. Souček. Oh, he's offside. That was so good as well. That was so good. I assume it was offside. He's standing offside currently. That's brilliant from Declan Rice. Yeah, he's offside. Oh, so good. It was brilliant from Declan Rice. Paquetá to knock it in first time as well. Oh, that would have been so good. Oh, come on. We've had the ball in the net twice in this half. Twice. Oh, here come the Manchester United subs. Right, it's Sabitzer coming on for Christian Eriksen. Jadon Sancho is coming on for Anthony, who, to be fair, has not had a great second half. He's basically been anonymous. So it doesn't entirely surprise me, but they are looking for that pace now, Manchester United, looking faster. Oh, such a good cross as well, just right in. Jeezy peeps, man. 74 minutes in. 1-0 still. Come on. This is oh my god. A great header from him as well, to be fair. He just was completely standing offside. Not by much, but he was offside. Ugh. It's a good question, Adrian, and I'm not sure, I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure. I feel like the answer is no. The thing is, they're going to get tired, and Antonio's been playing a lot. Paquetá's been playing a lot. Declan Rice and Thomas Souček have just coming off illnesses. So they had a game off, but it wasn't like they were resting. They were, at home ill. Same with Aged and stuff. Good interception there from him. So I don't know, but a part of me feels like they will tire. But while we're leading, I feel like we just have to keep it going, especially with Mikel Antonio. He struggled a bit there, though. That's the first sign of me really noticing that he might be tired. But I feel like, especially with Antonio, maybe with other people, you can sort of change up a little bit. But with Antonio, I feel like there is definitely a vibe of just keep him on as long as you can, because Danny Ings is going to drop off. Maybe Cornet. I saw someone earlier on in the chat. I don't know who it was, about 5 minutes ago, maybe talking about this being a game for Cornet. Potentially Cornet is the guy, but I don't know. We've had more chances. We've had 14 shots. They've had 13. When the hell did that happen? We've had more touches in the box than them. We've had 25. They've had 19. Good interception from Angelo Bonner. Just cuts that one out. And then again from Aaron Cresswell is just going to slot it forward for Saïd Benrahma nicely. If you love West Ham, stand up. Maybe the first time I've heard that all season as well. Gonna be a throw in. Let's go. Let's go. A tired Antonio is still better than the rest. Yeah, I mean, what do you lot think? Do you think, yes or no, subs? Do you think we should make them now? Yeah. Like I said, we have the mini cheese bakes if we want them, if we need them, if we feel like it's necessary. We have the mini cheese bakes. Stand up, sorry, yes. Sorry, yes. Yes! Come on! That was me proving my love for West Ham by standing up, as the song declares. Draconian, I live in London. Whenever there is a match which is on Sky Sports or is not being shown in the UK, for example, Saturday 3 p.m. kickoffs, I go to North Idaho. Now, I'll let you figure the rest out. I'll let you figure the rest out. Tell you what, Rashford does well there. He's battling with Aaron Cresswell. Hits it. I was talking about Idaho, but he hits it. And Fabianski thankfully gets the touch. Not too stressed, but yeah. Whipped in, can't make it happen. Coming off the corner, far post, can't quite get the header. It's back towards it. Nodded away. Big battle. Maybe a collision of heads. The referee pulls it back. I think Martial and Thomas Souček. Battle of heads. They both go down. The referee calls it first. Bruno Fernandes is instantly asking for a penalty, to which Aaron Cresswell turns around and says, you know. A nasty clash of heads. Very, yeah, nasty. Stand up, just it's the vibe, it's the thought that counts. It's the vibe, as opposed to anything else. I'll be honest with you. When I'm at games and that gets sung, I stand up. If I'm in a section that's sitting down, I stand up, but more because it's sort of everyone else is, and I'd prefer just to. If I'm in a seating section and everyone sat down, I prefer to just sit. I'm tired. Just let me sit. Just let me sit, man. Oh, stomach. If the people call for it, the people call for it. Well, see, I fly into so Souček and Martial are both still down here. Physios are on the pitch to go for it. I fly into Washington State and then go across to North Idaho because I'm right in the very tip of North Idaho. I can show you. I'll show you. Hang on. I can show you exactly where I'm at. Right? While they're down. They're down. Hang on a sec. There's the button. It'll be this one. Right? So this is Idaho. Okay? So you can see, right? I'm in this very top bit. So what I do is I fly into Washington to Tacoma Airport, and then I come across, and I'm up here in a place called Boners Ferry. This is where I'm at Boners Ferry. And I live, the holiday home I come to is opposite Burger Express. Burger Express is here. That's Burger Express. Oh, that's Simon Simple's Pizza. You get confused. And I am down there somewhere. That's where I'm at. Down there somewhere. But not today, because I'm obviously in London today. It's the way these things go. Dalot looks like he's about to come on, by the way, for Manchester United. Both of them are still down. It's snowing. Very snowy. Very snowy. Very snowy. Souček is down as well. He's getting tended to. He's drinking water. He's set up, to be fair. I would, Mark, but nothing is happening because 2 men are down. So I'm using that opportunity for a bit of comedy. Yeah? A little bit of comedy for the boys. Okay? Just a little bit, just a sprinkle of it. And then once the game comes back, we'll be back at it. They're showing again the potential penalty we should have got, as well as the other opportunities. Again, I think that Antonio goal should have counted. I can't lie. Yeah, Souček looks okay. He looks fine. He's set up. He's getting it. He's getting it attended to. He's getting it attended to. But yeah, no. I'm based in London, but when it's not on Sky Sports, when it's not on BT Sport, which I have, Idaho, and you might be saying to yourself, like, Charlie, when you say you're in Idaho, it looks a lot like it. Your background looks a lot like it does in London, and I hear you. Wan-Bissaka is up as well. I think Diego Dallo is going to come on. I don't know who went down. I think it was Martial, but I'm not sure. Souček seems to be, well, he's walking around. There didn't seem to be any sign of a sub for us. The stretcher, the little vehicle stretcher was there. Thomas Souček is just he's not gone for that. He's walking. He's walking. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, was it Wan-Bissaka who went down? I thought it was Martial because I saw the 9. It was 29 I saw. Wan-Bissaka seems to be back up as well. He seems to look okay. Dallo was like getting ready to come on, but we'll see. It's yeah. DeVito, he pays for it. He brings some Hollywood sparkle to the situation. Asked you on Gonzo that, mate. Weren't me. Souček, who's had to come off, he's going to come back. He looks fine to come back on. Him and Wan-Bissaka standing next to each other. They're both on again now. 10 more minutes, probably, give or take, given stoppage time. 10 more minutes. You're probably going to get maybe 13 more minutes, 5 minutes or something like that, maybe a bit more. I will say, I am actually planning, I'm quite desperate to go on holiday to Seattle. Don't know why. I've always had this in my head that I want to go to Seattle, right? For years, since I was like a teenager. I think because I heard there it rains a lot and I quite like the rain. So I've always wanted to go on holiday to Seattle. And I can't lie, I've been trying to convince my girlfriend. She's not super on it. She's okay with it. She's not super on it. Right? Other priorities first. And I can't act like I don't want to, like, take a quick trip. Quick trip is probably hours and hours in a car. But a quick trip to, like, North Idaho to do just to get some sort of photo. Just for a photo, I don't think it's going to happen. But if it ever does, what a tweet that's going to be. It's going to get like 5 likes from some of you, and George is going to be like, yes. And I'm going to be like, yes. And everyone else is going to be like, this means nothing to me, Charlie. Lindelof on the ball. Manchester United are in a good position here to try and take us down. Good work side Benrahma. Just nips the ball away. We continue with the ball despite potentially a foul. We're in a throw-in. Doing all right. 4 is coming on. Benrahma is down, currently holding his leg. I'll be honest with you. I would be okay with that right now. Yeah, Benrahma and Wan-Bissaka battling there. Benrahma goes down. I don't know. He looks sort of okay. I would probably take him off for Benrahma. Is maybe what I would do. And I think that's probably potentially the correct thing to do in this situation. Bit better defensively, Bit better defensively, and then he's good. He's good on the counter. Is 4 hours. It does mean you sort of have to keep on Bowen and Antonio for any sort of chance of it being effective, but Manchester United wide on the left-hand side. If he's around. If he's all right. Paquetá steaming through. Can't quite find Mikel Antonio. It was a really good opportunity. Can't quite get there. That's just ever so slightly off. Pass it earlier is definitely the vibe. Definitely the vibe. Fernandes looks across to the back post. Can't quite make it work. Manchester United, it goes out. It's going to be a goal kick. We'll probably see that sub now for 4 hours happening. Looking at that break again. Paquetá does really well. Beats Lindelof for it and just coming forward. Yeah, that last touch is a little bit heavier. It was probably too early. That last touch was probably too early to make the pass, but a slightly lighter one than a through ball would have been nice. Saïd Benrahma, the goal scorer, is coming off. Fair play. He's done okay. He's done all right. It's been a very, very Benrahma performance. Sometimes he just creates magic, and sometimes he's just completely baffled by life. But you know, listen, the history books will have Saïd Benrahma goal on it. Pablo Fornals comes in his place. Probably the right substitute to happen. Manchester United are going to make 2 more subs as well. Diego Dallo coming on, and I think it was Fred, the other one. I think it was Fred. Yeah, I think it looked like Fred. The worst thing is I've only watched like 3 episodes of Frasier in my life. And that was before, that was like 2-3 months ago, something like that. Wild, isn't it? The song, like that thing. Don't actually know it. Yeah, small town bonus fairy. You know, I might move the house to somewhere else in Bonus Ferry. Well, he'd move the house. It's his house. I shouldn't say this. You know, the system, it works. The system, it works. Pushing, can't quite make it work. It's nice pressure from Jared Bowen. Paquetá steam. Oh no, Pablo Fornal steaming down. That is something he's good at, and that's a good interception from Declan Rice, who joins in. Back post. Mikel Antonio's arriving. Declan Rice decided to try and charge it. Dallo gets the block. He decided to try and charge it forward. Instead of playing the ball maybe slightly earlier, Dallo, who loses out to Declan Rice with a good interception, he could have maybe played it slightly earlier, but just they cut him off well. Lindelof as well, coming across, just forcing him to go wider and wider. And instead, he's constantly looking up Declan Rice to try and find it in. And then he wins the corner. We will take that. We'll take that. 1.5 minutes. Oh my God, I've just realised we're 1-0 up with 1.5 minutes to go. Like I've known this the entire time, but I've not felt it until this exact moment. Okay, 1.5 minutes plus probably 5 to 6 minutes, probably 6 minutes of stoppage time to go. 1-0 up. Cresswell whips it in. No one can get on the head of that. Souček and I think it was actually Bowen, and again the back post trying to get onto it. Kehrer whips it back in towards goal again. Almost gets his head onto that. Bowen there. Mikel Antonio battling. Bowen goes down. Mikel Antonio tries to find the ball. Can't quite find it. And now Manchester United can come away with the ball. Lucas Paquetá does really well just to drive him out wide. And then Aaron Cresswell comes in. Let's go. Let's go. Header. I wouldn't have said it was a handball on Lindelof on that one. He rises up for a header with Jared Bowen, and he doesn't know where the ball is, to be fair, and it hits his hand. He's got no clue. He's got no clue. I know, Delta. I know. So how much added time there is? 8. 8. Born. Yeah, 8. Flip it. 8 minutes. Think about... Is that true? Are we there? Because I know you'll be slightly ahead of me. Because there was a lot of added time, obviously, because of the Souček Wan-Bissaka clash of heads. 8 minutes. Oh my God, 8 minutes. I can see the save. I can see the words "what I saved" from Fab from James Gunn. Fernandez finds Martial. Good 1-2 with Rashford with the back heel. Martial. Good save, Fabianski. There it is. Good save. Fabianski just stops that one from going in. Martial, nice link-up play with Rashford. That's the first time we've really seen them being able to get in and around the box together, sort of what they were doing. There was a period where they were on fire together last season. Was it season before for Manchester United? And they just looked absolutely lethal together. And this time they've just not seen it this season. And today's come on. They were hoping for maybe a bit of that magic. And they did well there to create the opportunity. It's the first time we've really seen it. But no, it's going to be a corner to Manchester United from the right-hand side, our left. 7 minutes to go. Bruno Fernandes to take. Oh, bloody hell. Martial almost gets his head onto it. Declan Rice at the far post, just clearing it away. Jared Bowen battling for... Go on, Jared. Charging it down. It would have been a free kick, but referee waves play on. Forward come Manchester United. Paquetá just again controlling it down. Thomas Souček there to stop it. It's going to be another corner. My God, this is going to be just pure stress. This is going to be just pure stress. Whipped in and Martial. It's a really good opportunity. He can't get his head connected properly. It was a difficult chance to convert from him, but it was a good one. Fornal's battling for it. Whipped in, headed away from Ogbonna. I say away, it's just up into the air. Declan Rice battling for it. It's going to be a corner instead. Manchester United, Mike. 2 down now, 6 to go. Corner to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes to take. I will say I'm okay with the subs. I can see some subs warming up. I think Maxwell Cornet might be about to come on. Let's just waste the time with some subs. Dinks forward. Bruno Fernandes, he's offside. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Let's waste some time with some subs. I agree with the substitutes he's done and the lack of them he's doing because of how well we've been playing. But listen, vibes. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes offside there. He's complaining about it, but he was offside. Let's waste some time with some subs. Yeah, deservedly so as well. We'll do ours in a second, but deservedly so. He's been very good today, to be fair. I've already got a lot of them. Celtic, I can't lie to you. I've already got a lot of them. I don't know if you can see any of them on camera. See some there? I've got a lot. I've got a lot of grey hairs. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Big boot forward. No subs made yet. Goal kick taken too quickly. Bowen looking to play it forward. Can't quite find Antonio Paquetá's there. So is Fornals. Bowen maybe asking for a foul there. Souček apparently for a handball. Oh my God. Remember Thursday, we will be live with a watch-along for West Ham versus AZ Alkmaar. We will be live with the build-up, watch-along and review straight after the game. All of that will be live, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on those videos, and like the video as well. Just helps us out, pushes up the rankings and all that, like our videos. We've flown past the 300 figure today. We've absolutely blitzed that. We're at 370 right now, so thank you so much. But remember, we will be back on Thursday, so make sure to join in then. Big hoof clear. Who's that? Is that Ben Johnson? Ben Johnson is... And I think Flynn Downs are the two who are going to be coming on. I can see Ben Johnson at the bottom of my screen, and I think I heard the word Downs. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Here they are, coming on. Kevin Nolan shaking hands with Flynn Downs. Lucas Paquetá, the first man coming off. Really good game today from Lucas Paquetá. Really, really good game. He's coming off for Flynn Downs. Doing really, really well. And Mikel Antonio, the other one. Mikel Antonio, right, we've got no outlet. As James says, no outlet now. This is an all-out defensive performance for the rest of this, and I don't necessarily disagree with it, but Jesus Christ, is it a bit squeaky bum for us? It's a bit squeaky bum. No outlet whatsoever for the next... Jared Bowen is going to be basically standing by himself in a forward position, and we're just going to have to hope he could do something with it for 3 minutes. It's almost not worth resting him for 3 minutes, is it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, he's done well today. He's done well. I'm shocked how well he's done today, actually. He's done really well. Like I say, in the first half, a couple of minor like positional quibbles aside. And even then I wouldn't really bring him up because I think they were so minor that it's not really worth talking about. I think he's done really well. In the second half, he's been good as well. Good performance, really good performance. I still wouldn't start him over Ben Johnson at right back, but he's played well today. He's played well today. I'm not an unfair person. I'll be as fine. If he plays well, I'll say he plays well. I've not got some sort of hatred against him. Big hoof forward from Souček. Pablo Fornal streaming forward to try and get there. 2 minutes to go. And at this point, I will ask for your Man of the Match award. Put who you think the Man of the Match is in the chat now. And as I scroll through them, whoever I think has had the most amount of votes will win the Hammers Chat Man of the Match award. There's no science here. It's all vibes. It's a vibe-based economy. So whipped in. Shaw gets his head onto it somehow. Manchester United recycling the ball. Looking for a crossing on position on the right-hand side. Rashford fires it in. It's going to be a corner. Aaron Cresswell looking like he's got a bit of cramp maybe, or it just hurt as he hits the back of his leg. But yeah, do let me know your man of the matches. I will be going through them in just a minute. I won't look for the chat for the rest of this game. We've got a minute and 20 to go just in case. But do let me know who your man of the matches are. And then at the end of this game, we'll see who it is. Bruno Fernandes to take. Whips it in. Headed away by Ged. Come on. Fernandes, big, high and wide. Less than a minute to go, Bruno. We will be taking that one. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Here comes Emerson. Let's waste some more time with some subs. Come on, Dave. Do more subs now than you've ever done in your life. Come on. Let's just waste this time. On comes Aaron Cresswell. Oh, you love to see it. Let's go through these now. I mean, it'll probably say the final score, but screw it. Let's go. Right. I'm scrolling up to where the top is. Souček, Rice. Jesus is man of the match. Kera, Rice, Solid, or Paquetá. Thank you. It's very kind of you, Jeffrey. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're well, by the way. I think I've said hello to you this game, so thank you. How are you? I hope you're well, bro. You're well. Moyes, Ben Rama, De Gea, Benny, De Gea, Paquetá, Kera, Rice, Kera or Rice, Fabianski, De Gea, Verkhorst, Paquetá, Moyes, Kera or Rice, Aged. So it's not Aged, that's De Gea. I don't know why I read Aged. Paquetá, Rice, Benny. The whistles are going loud. We're overtime. I'm going to say congratulations. Fabianski, man of the match. He could have saved man of the match for a few games. I think he deserves one. Fair play. I'm going to give it to Rice because I think Rice is just ahead of Paquetá. There's been a couple of carers as well. Souček getting a shout as well. But I'm going to give it to Paquetá. Maybe more Paquetá's. Antonio. I'm going to give it joint Rice and Paquetá because they were the ones who Rice had it initially, and then obviously Paquetá has got it later on. So I'll give it to both of them. Congratulations on our dual man of the match for the Hammers Chat Awards to Rice and Paquetá. This match is still going on, by the way. We're in the 99th minute, about to be the 100th minute. It's still going on. It's still 1-0. Come on. Just hold on to this for like one more minute. Not even one more minute. Just hold on to it for like one more piece of play. Manchester United fans are leaving. They believe it's done. There it is. Yes. Oh, fuck Christ for that. Oh, fair. Oh, my God. Fair bloody. Oh, we're safe. 37 points. We're safe. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Safe in the Premier League. And all it took was a light 1-0 win over Manchester United. Do you know what I mean? Who are they even? Yeah, it's not that deep. It's not that deep, is it? It was easy. Easy dub. Could do it again. Play another half an hour. What's the worst that can happen? There we go. Remember that just because we're safe in the Premier League does not mean that this season is over. We will be live on Thursday for our semi-final in the Europa Conference League against AZ Alkmaar. We will be live on this very channel for the build-up show an hour and 5 minutes before kickoff, for the watch-along, for the review straight after the game, all live on this very channel. So make sure if you haven't already to subscribe, hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on any future videos, and like the video while you're down there. Thank you once more to GP, Susan, Ado, Stephen, Draconian, and Dave Acid D Punch Drunk Gaming. Very kind of you all to donate to the full-time fund. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be live in just a moment. Gio and Gonzo talking through the whole game, their vibes after securing what feels like a guarantee at this point, I think. Staying up in the Premier League, they will be live in just a few moments on this channel, so stick around. But thank you all for watching. Jesus, oh my God, relief. And I can look forward to Thursday now. This is great. I can have a little vibe and look forward to Thursday now. What a time to be alive. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to stick around for the review, and we'll be back in just a few minutes' time. Apart from that, see you Thursday, everyone. See you Thursday. Bye. Oh, my God.